Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison, and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. The Green Bay Packers back to practice today as they get set for one of their toughest road contests of the year, visiting the Denver Broncos on Sunday afternoon. Packers have opened as 2.5-point favorites for their Week 15 matchup. Quarterback Jordan Love appearing yesterday on the Pat McAfee Show, talking about the offense clicking down the stretch of the season.
Man, we got a squad. I think that's been something that we've been building, and the past 2 years we've kind of been stacking this thing and kept getting better and better. But we've added some pieces to our squad, and it's all about, like we mentioned, just finding ways to play our best ball. We've had some games where we've not played to our standard, and then I think this past couple weeks we've been just elevating.
Jordan Love yesterday on the Pat McAfee Show. Bryan Bulaga scheduled to appear about 30 minutes from now on Wilde and Tausch as we continue to look ahead to the Packers-Broncos matchup on Sunday. College basketball, Wisconsin at 23rd-ranked Nebraska. Tip time tonight at 8 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
It is the Wednesday edition. We shift gears to Packers-Broncos after the Packers win over the Bears on Sunday and all that came with it, including first place in the NFC North edition. The Bryan Bulaga to break it all down like he does every Wednesday, the highlight of our week. Oh, and we've got Homer, too, edition. And the... I need Tausch's help on something. He's a hat guy. I need his help on this edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find in both the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson's in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, ordering a pizza that should be ready in 68 minutes. And from his undisclosed location, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
Well, it depends. I had to hang up and leave the show early yesterday. I'm not going to obviously do that at 9:01. That was fun. At 9:02 or whatever it is now. So, you boys had a night to sleep on it. Have we come around on the fact that you guys blasphemized me, and we've come around, or are we sticking with our guns?
Jesse, you better get a cousin sub on the line.
Well, Bulaga at 9:30. I feel like we're good. He usually goes till about 11:20.
So for those who
put your so's in a can.
He's choosing
stuff
violence
your
today.
sorries in a sock.
He's choosing
There's
violence.
No violence. I mean, not being violent. There's nothing violent about it.
So
Bully some.
the academy. Before we get any further into this, first of all, what Tausch is referring to, in case you missed the show and you had a lot of stuff going on, I had a shovel this morning, whatever it was that you had on your schedule that you haven't caught up.
Do your girls ever shovel, or do you always
They do.
shovel?
No, they help. Yeah, they help sometimes. Not today. They had a 2-hour delay today, so we let them sleep in, so I was out there shoveling on my own. There was more snow than I was anticipating, by the way. But
snowblower still has not moved. It's getting to be antique status. Is that where we're at?
it's definitely not antique. It is brand new.
It's never been used, right?
Never been used.
That's right. Yeah.
What a waste. What a waste.
Shameful.
Hey, guys, we just traded 2 first-round picks for Micah, but no, you're not playing Micah today.
He's not
Micah
ready yet.
Parsons. No, leave him in the garage.
He's got to learn the system.
Leave him in the garage.
For 4 years.
How idiotic is that sound? Hey, Goody, I know you just gave up a bunch to get a great snowblower, a.k.a. Micah, but no. We're not playing him in that game. No, it's not enough. So we're going to wait till the NFC Championship game to play him. That's what you're doing with your snowblower.
I don't even know if he'd play him then.
We'll get our friend Steven Aarons on the line.
Too light of a dusting.
And I'll let him know that we've compared my beautiful Aaron snow thrower to Micah Parsons. He'll be thrilled with that. I think he would probably agree with Tausch that I need to actually use it. But nevertheless,
13 inches of snow. Nah, it's not 15.
No, we didn't get that much. There is a inflection point where I will. I mean,
No, there's not. You haven't had one yet.
We haven't had a big enough storm where I felt it was necessary. Correct.
In 4 years, there hasn't been enough snow for you to use your snowplow in Green Bay.
I'm going to say this. This is the first year in a long time we've had a bunch of snow before the new year.
Or before Christmas.
This is beautiful.
It's nice with all the lights up and everything. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful deal.
I'm
Snowplow
glad it
drivers,
brings you
kudos
joy.
to you all again.
Yeah.
What?
I'm glad the snow brings you joy because the way things were starting, I was a little concerned. So, for those of you that did not,
you just don't get. You don't get me, man.
I do
think
get you.
that yesterday brought me like. I don't, okay, go ahead. I'm not gonna.
It was.
I don't want to.
It was very fun.
All right, continue.
And you did a
with
great
your apology
job.
to me
sorry.
about.
Let me. Before I get into my non-apology, let me tell you how great you played that whole thing. It was amazing. I had no idea at all. It was just all incredible how good you were.
Thanks.
The question I have, because for those, again, if I could recap briefly, Tausch was mad at us for not issuing an official apology because there are some teams in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA volleyball tournament that the home team at the site of the regional is not playing last, like the Badgers did in their first round matchup. And then the what was it? North Carolina and UTEP played first, and the Badgers played Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, get early
Tausch
for that
felt
one.
the Badgers should have played first, which again, not only did Jesse and I, but more importantly, his brothers.
Yeah, and I got news to report on that too, which is irritating.
The academy said basically, get a clue, bro, why they would put the home team last. And then yesterday,
one of the outside of the number 1 overall seed take. I believe Craig thinks this is my worst take, which is very bothersome to me.
I can't believe all of this is about volleyball start times.
And by the way, that sounds like a tease to the fact.
Aren't we the home of Wisconsin volleyball?
We sure are.
We are. Yeah.
Okay, so what do you mean you can't believe it?
Big one on Friday. Sweet 16.
Doesn't sound like it.
Stanford.
I can't believe this.
Okay. That sounds to me like Craig is on the same page as Jesse and I are. So Tausch wanted an apology because a couple of the 4 sites for the regionals in the Sweet 16, Elite 8 to get to the Final Four, at 2 of the 4, the host institution is playing the first game of the day.
And letting their fans come when they want. Yeah.
And so Tausch believes...
Including the one impacting Wisconsin, most notably for us.
So Tausch believes that Patrick, to a lesser degree, he was not as staunch in his criticism.
He's not interested in this one. No, he hasn't jumped into this one quite like
too busy working on Saved by the Bell trivia. And Jesse and I all were like, dude, come on. Obviously, there's a reason why you want people to come. You know, it makes sense to have the home team first or last. The fact that 2 home teams are first, Tausch believes that we now owe him an apology. He did not receive it yesterday, so he left.
Quit the show early. Yeah.
Today he comes full of exuberance.
Yep.
Beautiful
waiting,
snowfall last night.
Very
P&B,
excited that it'll be a white Christmas.
Yep.
Expecting an apology, and there is none to be proffered. I'm not apologizing. The fact that 2 locations in the NCAA tournament are doing it wrong does not make you right.
The fact that you said it never happens and then it does happen doesn't make you want to apologize. That to me seems stubborn and bullheaded by a journalist that should be able to say, you know what, sometimes information and things change. I need to be able to adapt with them. That's what that should tell me.
You know,
but it doesn't. And that's troublesome to me as an analyst, not a journalist, that journalists would do that. That troubles me.
I appreciate your concern. Where did Craig fall on this? Because it doesn't sound like he backed down either.
He did not think that he needs to apologize. I'll just leave it at that. He said some other things that were a little more hurtful that I'm not going to bring up. He took a couple of pot shots about, his. He took a couple of pot shots at different institutions. No. I'm not going to. I'll let him call in and do that if he wants.
He's not going to.
A certain he will not. There's a certain sacredity about text messages. It's sacredness. Yeah, I'm not going to put his business out there. But in essence, he believes that doing it the way Wisconsin did it was very capitalistic, which, of course, I've said for 10 years. I am a raging capitalist.
You are. Yeah.
But this is also, you're getting the ticket sales. You already have it. Nobody is staying extra and buying extra popcorn to watch UTEP play New Mexico. Nobody cares.
No, but if their match goes long and you're getting there early, you might buy some extra popcorn.
You could have thrown your fans a bone, like Texas and like Pittsburgh, and said, we're not going to force you to do this. You guys bought all your tickets. I want you to come. You're going to celebrate a big win, more than likely, which happened with Wisconsin, and I'm guessing will happen with Texas and Pittsburgh, and not force our fans to go and watch something that they don't want to watch. And that's all. That's all I said. Nobody's losing any money on that. And that's the deal. And that's the rest of the story.
I'm gonna reach out. I am very curious to know whether it is the institution or the NCAA, which we know is a very well-run organization.
It's the NCAA.
So I would be curious to know if Texas and Pitt would choose to have their teams play first or not. Also, there are games at noon. And we are thankful that the Badgers play last instead of first because they would be on during our program otherwise. So it worked out great for us. Again,
Jesse, how big of dogs are we versus Stanford?
I don't think we are.
Why are we a 3 seed then?
Because Wisconsin had some blemishes in the middle of the season when some of their core players were out. Most notably, Charlie Furbringer, the setter, who is essentially the quarterback of the offense. Everything when you think of bump, set, spike, the set is the key component of that. She's the setter, so she touches the ball.
Is that how volleyball works?
Yeah. Well,
Mr. Volleyball.
Hey, not everybody. No, I thought that was
this is what you get when you get an hour and 40-minute long pregame show.
That was a helpful explanation for some of our fans
Texas
who may not know.
I hope that goes to quadruple overtime. I hope you're sitting there for 4 blanket hours. And next thing you know, you're running Antiques Roadshow during the middle of that. That's what I hope happens.
So with Charlie Furbringer and Grace Egan missing some time in the middle of the season, Wisconsin lost a couple of matches, didn't fare very competitively against Nebraska, Penn State, and USC came to Madison and beat us. And that's why we are a 3 seed. But we are fully healthy now.
Can we say without a doubt, can we beat Nebraska? Like, if we find a way to beat Texas, can we beat Nebraska?
Literally nobody has beaten Nebraska. So
Jesse, I'm asking, can we beat them?
I think Wisconsin views Nebraska the same way that the 2015 Wisconsin men's basketball team viewed Kentucky, where they've gotten us before. They got us last year in the Elite Eight.
Why not us?
Bring them on. If Wisconsin were to face Nebraska, it would be in the national championship match.
I thought you were going to say it was going to be like Gary Anderson at the Big Ten championship against Ohio State. I thought that.
No, it would be more.
Glad you didn't.
I would hope it would be more like Brett Bielema against Nebraska in the Big Ten championship, 70 to whatever it was when Wisconsin was 6-6. Yeah, so Nebraska's the best. They are number one. They've been number one all season long. They're undefeated. They're by far the best team in the country. If Wisconsin were to play them, it'd be in the national championship match in Kansas City. And Wisconsin's played them before, longtime rivals. That would be awesome, but we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Let's take care of Stanford on Friday first.
Go 1-0 every match, indeed. All right, so no apologies have been proffered, but we're still going to keep doing the show. You're not leaving?
I'm not leaving. But I'm irritated that I don't understand when you're dead wrong about something, why guys can't just admit that they're dead wrong. Like it bothers me. But
yeah, I don't know why the NCAA won't admit that they're wrong to put the home institution in the first game at 2 of their 4 sites. I'm curious too. I would agree with you on that.
That wasn't the argument. It said
I know, but I flipped it.
The real problem here is Pittsburgh, I think, because I think it makes sense if you're playing during the day on a weekday to have a set time for your home fans to be there, because you're probably leaving work or taking kids out of school, whatever. You don't want to be sitting around.
I mean, like a Thursday, like Wisconsin played. Yeah, like a Thursday. Okay.
No, but Wisconsin played after 6 o'clock at night. So once it's
they didn't
after,
have to.
But they did. So when it's after work, you can roll in kind of whenever. The rules are a little more loose. Pittsburgh, they're playing at night and they're starting early. They're the ones that are throwing this whole thing off.
Okay,
that's all.
Yeah, I don't want. I know. I'm guessing our YouTube chat's probably cussing us out right now, and I get it. But it's just something that I was really hoping with some guys that I really think have a lot of integrity. And Jess,
well,
I really feel like you guys.
I love that you're trying a different angle now. I respect the change of the angle.
I feel like I respect your opinions. You guys, you guys give good feedback. There's times that I'm wrong, that I admit that I'm wrong, and I get pushback. And then when it comes the other shoes on the other foot, when you guys just kick me with that shoe right in the keister. It is troublesome. That's all.
I appreciate you appreciating our integrity. I would say we admit we're wrong lots of times. I refuse to agree to this premise, but that's okay. Agree to disagree, but we agree on Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
We do, and ensure your home remains comfortable before the brutal post-holiday winter. We've gotten it. Hopefully, you've been moving and getting your Pella windows put in. It's been cold. It's been snowy. Santa's magical, but his elves, they are not qualified to build Pella windows and doors. Pella wants to make everybody's holiday brighter and clearer through those beautiful new windows. And is there anything better? You just sit back in your house. You got your beautiful windows. You look out and you see that snow falling, and you feel that heat hammer in your face because those windows are so secure. It's not drifting out. It's hitting you, and you're saving on energy. And you get those great vistas. And Pella's elves, they install year-round, and they'll finish installation as little as a day. Hurry up! The deal ends December 31st. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details. That painted you a real nice holiday picture, didn't it?
Yeah, you did great.
Sitting in your chair,
really well
fireplace
delivered.
lit, looking out with the snow. I think a fluttering snow is the most beautiful snow. A fluttering snow. And that's what you can do with Pella.
The snow's coming down. It's fluttering outside your Pella window.
I can't wait for the royalty-free music, Christmas music today.
That's today, right?
Yep, that's what we were told.
Yes, it is.
I'll believe it when I hear it, which will be next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Mark Toscher here for Pizza Hut. Well, I've told you for a while about how much I love Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and it's especially great around the holidays. Here's the winning play of the season. Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box is back. 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert starting at just $19.99. Feed your crew before the game, after the game, or while you watch. The Triple Treat Box, only at Pizza Hut. Order now at pizzahut.com and on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, feed good times, and remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Pro Volleyball is back in Madison. The 2026 Love Madison schedule is here. Setter of the Year Lauren Carlini and hometown favorite Claire Chaussee return to the court, ready to lead a powerhouse lineup of world-class talent. Get ready for non-stop action. Every serve, every volley, and every win, right here in Madison. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the unforgettable moments all season long. Visit lovb.com to check out the full schedule and secure your seats today. Volleyball is the next major league.
Buying a new vehicle should be exciting, and that's what Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb aims to do. That's why they vow to give you the better buying experience. Jim Rutledge here. I've had 3 better buying experiences at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, and I keep on going back because the experience and the Chevy is fantastic. So if you're looking for a buying experience you're going to want to repeat anytime you need a new or new-to-you vehicle, I recommend you make the short drive out to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, because you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
That's supposed to be music for Christmas. That's what that is.
Christmas Spirit, the name of this song.
That's not bad.
Okay, I'm gonna reserve judgment.
Get what you pay for in life. Get what you pay for in life.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. As we continue with our royalty-free music marathon here on Wilde and Tausch, we will continue to test drive some Christmas music. Before we get to Bryan Bulaga, you know how Tausch might have been irritated with us yesterday and maybe a little bit more today. You know who I'm irritated? The Josh Jacobs haters. Certainly he has not had the season he had last year. He's been banged up. He's faced early in the season defenses that said, we're not going to let Josh Jacobs beat us, except, of course, Mike Tomlin. And I get it. I understand he's not above criticism, and his yards per carry are down and everything else. Offensive line that was all jumbled. But I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what, man. That play he makes on the third down on the go-ahead touchdown drive, when he's surrounded by 5 dudes in Bears uniforms, and he turns that into a 21-yard gain, that was one of the better runs I've seen in quite a while. Yeah. And the same for Matt LaFleur, who, when he was asked after the game how he managed to do that, Matt LaFleur said he didn't know. So I thought maybe it'd be worth asking, now that you've seen it on film, how he did it. Didn't have an answer for that either. Here's Matt LaFleur.
Matt, I think Bill was the one who asked you yesterday about the 3rd and 1 play that Jacobs made, and you said you didn't really know how he did it.
I still don't know.
That's my question. When you watched it on film,
I'm like, yeah. So we cut the D end. We weren't blocking him on purpose. We were trying to arc release for the backer, or that was the safety. I can't remember who it was down, and then either run off or block the corner. And Jalen Johnson fell off, and there was like 4 guys at the point of attack, and I think it just speaks to the kind of competitor Josh Jacobs is, his ability to just will himself, just like no different than the touchdown run. I mean, he's got a. That's why he's who he is. I mean, he's a great one, and we're lucky to have him. But I love his mindset and just how he goes out there and competes and fights for every yard.
I am befuddled by this because I understand his numbers are not what you would like them to be. He's got to get about 275 yards to get to 1,000 yards for the season still. But how do you not want Josh Jacobs to be your running back?
Ask Gabe. Ask Jesse. I don't know who else has been sitting here.
Joshy.
I didn't
Joshy,
say
big
it.
cat.
There have been people on our station and other places that have brought up the fact that they thought this offense would be better suited without him. And that when he got injured, it wasn't a big deal.
Yep.
And he missed games, it wasn't a big deal. And by the way, Emmanuel Wilson filled in really nicely in that Minnesota game. But does Emmanuel Wilson make that play for 21 yards? He doesn't. And that's my own opinion. But Josh Jacobs, he is special. Now, does he run the stuff that exactly the way Matt LaFleur wants it, where you're doing a bunch of outside zone, you can play action? It's not what he loves doing. But to Matt's credit, he's hung in there with Josh, and he's given Josh Jacobs the opportunity to run the stuff that he is best at. That's a flexibility, that's adaptability. That is where you get new information and then you apologize and or adjust to it. You don't just stick your head in the sand and say, nope, it's what we do. So I give him, Matt LaFleur, credit. Josh Jacobs, what you kind of hope is that he is not as beaten up as maybe he had been in the past. A la like Aaron Jones in the playoff run where he's fresh. James Starks, playoff run back in the Super Bowl. You kind of like having a back. Now, Josh Jacobs has got, I don't know how many carries he has on the year, but you just know he brings that physicality to it. And I think the Packers, obviously, that is what they're looking for. And Josh Jacobs showed exactly what was needed in one of the biggest games of the year. He delivered some of the biggest punches at the end of that fight.
Josh Jacobs on the season, 206 carries, 817 yards, 12 touchdowns, averaging 4 yards a carry. He got to 4.0 yards per carry finally for the season. Emmanuel Wilson, 88 carries, 351 yards. That is a 4 yards per carry average and 3 touchdowns. Josh DiMaggio would like to defend himself, Jesse, because he thinks we are misrepresenting his position.
That can be arranged. All right, let's put this up here. All right, is he here? Josh, you there?
I'm here.
No, that's too bad.
Hey! Hi, Big Cat.
Wait, you guys can't
How you
hear
doing
me?
This morning?
No, you sound great.
You sound awesome.
It's too bad we can't.
You got to get royalty-free Christmas music to share with me while you're at it.
Explain yourself, Big Cat.
Yeah, I'm going to say this statement, which I've sent to you guys in text message and I've said on the air at various points. The Green Bay Packers are more talented with Josh Jacobs carrying the ball. I don't think Emmanuel Wilson is even 70% of what Josh Jacobs offers. I think Josh Jacobs is that talented. When we were talking about this hinged on the fact that there was a point up until recently where the Green Bay Packers were remarkably inefficient at running the ball. They were consistently putting themselves behind the sticks, and a lot of that had almost nothing to do with Josh Jacobs. It was the struggle of the offensive line and how defenses were playing and having success against the Packers. My whole point all along was we have what I believe to be an MVP candidate. And the Green Bay Packers are not relying on that guy enough, and they aren't calling his number enough in Jordan Love. So while the Packers have a guy who's better, but when they were catering to him and running so much as they were, and not running the boot actions and not running the play actions and not getting the looks they wanted because, well, that wasn't working, that was inefficient, and it was not good for the Packers offense in the long run. The Packers have now corrected a little bit of that because we've seen over the past few weeks some of the bigger holes all season, and the offensive line has improved, and that's made Josh Jacobs even more efficient and the passing game even more explosive. But at the time, and when you're running that efficiently, it was not the best way to score points and to win football games, and I think the results of those games in which they got losses was indicative of that.
Tausch?
He's backtracking. He said that the offense was better suited.
This is exactly what I said.
You backtracked, and that's all right. Hey, Josh, I don't want you to be an ostrich. I don't want you sticking your head in the sand.
Tausch, you never heard. Here, hold on. You never heard me say it in the first place. So I think all of your information was maybe relayed to you.
Sure.
Relayed to you
that's
through
part of
other
life
parties.
In 2025, Josh. You get information relayed
right,
back and
right,
forth,
but you're accusing me of backtracking, but you don't know what I said in the original part, so it can't be a
no,
backtrack
no,
if you can't provide me the evidence.
Tread carefully, Josh. He's on one today.
My only issue with that, and Tausch, help me out here so then we can get to Bryan Bulaga, is that your argument about the inefficiency of the offense, I feel like there are other factors involved there, including the way defenses were playing them. And the frustration you guys had was that they weren't taking shots downfield. They're not going to take shots downfield against defensive looks that are not good for throwing the ball down the field. So when they're playing their safeties back, their rules tell you we're going to run the football. And because their offensive line was not very effective, and because Josh Jacobs was dinged up, and whatever other reasons there were, you weren't getting the efficiency you were looking for. But I think you were I don't know what you were blaming that on other than the circumstances. Seemed to me you were blaming it on the quality of the running back's performance and the play caller's decision-making. Is that not an accurate depiction of your position?
The Josh Jacobs critique as much as it was critique. It was he was in a spot Jim Schwartz, the defensive coordinator of the Cleveland Browns, ran more too high safeties than he had in his career. And the Packers were incapable to do that because that's not the style of defense he typically.
Why is
that if they show too high?
He's in the studio. Why is he breaking?
We got royalty-free Josh. We're getting like every third word.
Josh, how are we missing your audio, chopping up every other word? What is that?
You're in a studio.
This
You're
is
in the Gruber offices.
The direct connection we could possibly have. How is this happening?
I have no answer for that. To a microphone attached to a board.
Josh and Gabe and everybody else has always been saying that Josh Jacobs is the man, even though I know Gabe joined us to discuss it. But Josh is right. I don't have the goods right in front of me to call him on it, so I'll have to go back and check the tape, and I doubt I'll do that, but if I do, I'll be the first to bring it back to you.
Well, maybe you'll just kick back with a Coors Light, put your feet up, and listen to Josh disparage Josh Jacobs.
Well, we're heading out to Golden, Colorado for a big old ball game on Sunday. When you're out there, or you're here, or you're anywhere, and you want to enjoy and chill, crack open a Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it is cold packaged, because it's made to chill. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, a Golden,
Colorado. Bryan Bulaga joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Annika Curran from Verona Area High School. Welcome.
Hello, thank you.
You're a swimmer. We're here at this gorgeous pool.
Yes.
You probably live here, right?
Yes,
basically.
Spend a lot of time here.
Freshman year, first time you got to go to state, what was that whole environment like?
It was crazy. Just the environment there, there's so many people. Like, I've been to Waukesha multiple times for club meets, and just high school state at Waukesha is something else. Like,
when you look back in your time at Verona, what do you think that you remember the most about Verona Area High School?
I think just like the community that we have here and like on the team, we get super close with each other at the end of the season when it's like the last couple meets, just with the team, being at practice, like it's just so much fun.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game
winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker, and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
The royalty-free holiday music rolls on. I'm so fascinated by this whole realm. I can't wait to get further into it. But we don't have time to waste talking music when it's time for Bryan Bulaga on Wilde and Tausch. Bryan, good morning, buddy. Ah! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. It sure is. It sure is.
Are you farther from the camera, or is that tree so large that it even makes you look tiny?
No, the tree's huge. Abby went a little bit bigger than normal this year with the tree. A little bit bigger than usual. So I was a little bit shocked when she put this size one in here. Normally it's a little one. This one's a lot bigger. So, yeah.
Did you go and cut it down? Like, is it a family deal where the whole crew goes, or is Abby just going to like the local store and grabbing it and throwing it on the back of the car?
No, these are not spruces. We'll just put it that way. These are the ones. These are plastic. These are plastic.
Come on, man!
Yeah.
Come on, man!
Yeah.
Oh.
The Christmas tree farms down here in Florida, we'll just say they're not fantastic.
Okay. That's disappointing.
The Christmas orange tree.
Yeah.
That you put in your living room instead.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't know what critters you may get, so it's just better off not. The fake tree is fine.
Love a
fake
good critter.
Tree is fine.
Bryan, so we were talking before you came on to Josh DiMaggio, who was disparaging Josh Jacobs, which you would think Josh's would stick together, but that's not the case here. And I understand he hasn't had the productivity that he had last season, but I thought the run he had that set up the go-ahead touchdown that he scored kind of epitomized why he's special, even when other things aren't going. Like, that was not – Matt LaFleur explained, they're not blocking the defensive end, but they should have blocked other people. I don't think you're looking for 5 guys to be surrounding your running back at a critical 3rd and 1, and he somehow makes chicken salad out of you-know-what. That when you watch him this season on film, what do you see, and how do you explain kind of his reduced productivity?
Yeah, I think first things first, and I don't think this takes too much of a evaluation that the offensive line hasn't been good enough blocking up front for him to really get going. It kind of started week 1. We saw issues with that week 1, and it kind of continued on, and then the injuries started to pile on for this offensive line. Then we started to see mixing of combinations up front. And when you start mixing combinations of guys up front, that messes with the run blocking right away. That's the first thing it messes with, because guys are trying to, get a feel for each other blocking up front and techniques and styles. And, maybe Josh DiMaggio, that is, maybe doesn't understand the intricacy of that. And, maybe a guard, a one tackle isn't used to the way the guard is heavy on a double team, or a center isn't used to the way a guard lays heavy on a no scoop or something of that nature. There's different intricacies of the way guys block. And so when you are rotating guys in and out, it complicates things in the run game. It just does. And then already to begin with that, they were struggling with those things to begin with the starting five. So yeah, to me, it starts up front, right? Like that to me is where this thing began. And I think now we're starting to see some better production with this group of five that they have in there right now. Like, I think we're seeing better production. But to sit here and lay into Jacobs is like, that's wild to me. Like, that to me is like the craziest. No. Like,
well,
that
Blue,
to me
isn't it, Brian,
no.
isn't it about the fact that LaFleur wants to run the hard play action and the under center stuff? And we've said that's not what Josh likes doing more. He likes the duo. He likes gun. He likes that. Isn't that part of that critique that Josh? Everybody knows that Josh Jacobs is a better, more accomplished, and we saw it with that great 21-yard run. Like, not many guys are doing what he did there. But that would be the critique, is that he kind of can limit some of the things you do play action-wise. Isn't that kind of what a lot of this stems from?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what people have kind of gotten to, and probably most likely they're used to seeing a certain type of play action game from when it was Aaron Jones and those style of backs. And they're used to seeing that hard, wide zone play action with a boot, or Jordan or Aaron even to that point, quick pulling the ball out and firing a shot over the middle to a receiver and it being wide open and things like that. And they just really haven't gotten to that with Jacobs, whether Jacobs doesn't like that or he's not comfortable doing that, or in training camp or in practice it just hasn't looked as clean. I don't know what it is, right? Like, that's really I don't have an answer for that. That's not information I'm privy to. And I'm sure if Jason asked that question, that would not get answered honestly. So,
nope.
And to be told, well, we're still doing that. Well, not really.
No,
like, just like you're not really doing that. So, there's a reason why they're not doing it, but I don't really have the answer to it. But I will say, on the flip side of it, you're getting a different style of run game with a different back that is effective. Now, is it as effective this year? No, because I think the guys up front aren't kind of executing the blocking scheme as good as they did last year. Like, I mean, to be honest with you, you look at both sides, like you look at tape from last year and you look at tape from this year and you see how things were done. It was cleaner last year for Jacobs. Like, he was not getting last year, he was able to get into the line of scrimmage untouched, right? Like, he was able to get and set his blocks untouched into the line of scrimmage and do what he's really good at doing, and that's setting up the second level blockers, which is what he's fantastic at. This year, he's having to try to dance around at the line of scrimmage, which for his style of running is bad. Like, that's how you beat duo, is penetration up front right away and make him dance around at the line of scrimmage. And that's been the issue. So, like, to blame this on Jacobs is like, I'm so confused. The guy runs for how many yards last year? And all of a sudden, what, do you think he forgot how to run the ball? Like, I'm sorry. But, like, at the same time, though, I think this group that's together right now, this starting five that's going right now, I think they're starting to kind of click a little bit better, and the run game is improving in ways, and it's starting to look better in aspects, throughout as games go on here, which I think is a positive thing for Jacobs and for the offense in general.
Well, and to your point, he still had the vast majority, well, not vast, but the majority of his yards came after contact last year, as compared to Saquon Barkley. Right. And now he's got even a higher percentage of his yards are after contact, and they were high last year. So for it to be even greater tells you that penetration is part of the issue. But again, I understand. It's not that I don't understand some of Josh DiMaggio's critique. I think the idea that he is in some ways detrimental because of the way Matt LaFleur calls the game or whatever you think, that was the part that I wasn't on board with. All right, Brian, I want to ask you one other thing, and then we'll take our first break with you. What were your expectations of Christian Watson, and by how much of a distance has he outkicked them in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you don't know how, and I've said this because obviously I've come back from multiple of them. Tausch has done it. You don't know what to expect when guys come off ACLs. And I know all the signs where everyone kept saying, like, he looks good. You know, I mean, he looks really good. And, like, that's great. Like, and obviously, like, it's good that he was looking good in practice and running and doing things like that. But it's a different beast when you step on the field and you're having to do it live and guys are actually trying to cut you down from the legs and things like that. It's a different ball game. But he has absolutely blown the expectations out of the water. Like, right? Like, he has exceeded that, and how good he looks is, I mean, to come back like mid-season, right? And do it mid-season is wild to me, right? Like, normally guys come back maybe like a couple games into the season, right? That's normally the way these things work. But the fact that he comes back mid-season, jumps right in, and he looks like this, phenomenal, right? Like, and now it's looking like 14.25 is a bargain. It's an absolute bargain to get him next year on 14.25. But it's all credit to him, the way he worked and kind of just how he went about his business, getting that knee ready. I mean, it's all a credit to him and how he's been able to push through it and prepare himself week in and week out now, taking care of that knee. Because once you go through the ACL rehab, it doesn't mean like, okay, well, I'm good now, time to just move on. Like, you still have to do all that prehab and maintenance on your knees to make sure it's good from week to week. Like, that's still something you got to pay attention to. And clearly he's doing it. He's doing all the things that's needed to make sure that he continues to not just play at like a high level, he continues to exceed it week after week, which to me is the most impressive part about his game right now, because every week he just looks better. And to me, that's the wild part about this whole thing.
All right, Brian, we're going to take a break, and then we'll get into some more offensive line discussion, including my elevator ride with Elton Jenkins. After Tausch tells us about Iron Jock and gets a much more manageable caller for our contest.
No. Just so we know, Jesse, what is the all-time record number?
Because 6.
Bryan Bulaga,
the all-time record is 6.
No, 200
no,
and whatever we did last week. 247.
We did a big number. Jesse cried and complained and ended up taking a day off the next day because of it.
None of that
happened. I want you to make sure we respect the streamers so they can get this tumbler, which, by the way, I got this tumbler. It is blanking awesome. It's stainless steel. It's big. It's Christmassy. It's an awesome Iron Jock tumbler. So, Brian, you tell me what number you think is fair for a caller.
Okay.
Tausch will add 40.
Okay.
Maybe.
So to respect the streamers, because we got to respect the streamers, and I'm gonna go after my old Pete Tausch, 65. Caller 65.
Okay.
I think that's
very
a
nice.
good number. Yeah.
It's pretty reasonable.
That's a very nice number. I think Jesse will be very
happy. And then Tausch is going to ask
here.
Bryan Bulaga's number.
What is 75 plus 65?
I don't know. 65 sounds good, though.
It's 140, which
we'll
we've done
stick
before.
with 65 today. I can't believe how nice Brian is to you with all the smack you talk about Brian. But I ain't talking any smack about Iron Jock, because if you're looking for the perfect holiday gift, or you just want to upgrade your own gear, you need to check out the holiday sales going on right now at Iron Jock. You know I'm a big believer in their performance apparel. Tough, comfortable, and thanks to their exclusive silver ion technology, it actually fights odor, which, let's be honest, we all appreciate, especially hockey parents. We all appreciate that. You can find all across their lineup, hoodies, tees, shorts, and more Stock up on their holiday savings at ironjock.com. Again, that's ironjock.com. Gear that works as hard as you do. Right now, caller 65 will win an Iron Jock tumbler. Again, that is caller 65 at 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776.
We continue with Brian.
Sorry. That's way too nice. 65? Very nice.
In honor of Aaron Banks.
Banksy playing good ball. Banksy's playing good ball.
He is indeed. More with Bryan Bulaga next. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. I've told you for a while about how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and it's especially great around the holidays. Now huddle up. The holidays just got a game changer. Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box is back with 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert starting at $19.99. It's an easy way to feed the family and still be ready in time for kickoff. The Triple Treat Box, only at Pizza Hut. Order online at pizzahut.com or in the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, feed good times.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. A decorated crew, a slew of volleyball Badgers receiving ABCA North Region honors earlier in the week. For the second time in her career, Mimi Collier named the ABCA Player of the Year. Collier already breaking multiple single-season records and moving at rapid pace to break more. Collier joined by Carter Booth as a 4-time All-Region recipient. 3 more Badgers receiving first-team mentions: Grace Egan, Kristen Simon, and Una Vajic. The cherry on top, Kelly Sheffield named the region's Coach of the Year. Wisconsin faces Stanford in third-round action Friday afternoon. Full coverage on 100.5 ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owns. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you with 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank, Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Score the top gifts for the Brewers fan in your life this holiday season. Set them up for an epic 2026 season with the all-new Brewers Holiday Bundle, featuring 4 ticket vouchers, loaded value concession credits, and an exclusive Brewers Holiday ornament, starting at just $99. Finish shopping for even the youngest Brewers fans with the 2026 Kids Crew Kit, including one-of-a-kind Brewers merch, 6 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and more, all for just $35. Grab every Brewers Holiday gift today at Brewers.com.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpot soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey Badger fan. What's up guys, it's Charlie. It's Mimi Collier here, and it's playoff time. Every point, every block, and every match. All of it on 100.5 ESPN Madison
and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Madison's home of UW Volleyball, 100.5 ESPN.
All the hits you know and love from the holiday season here on Wilde and Tausch. More with Bryan Bulaga. Hey, Brian, quick question before we get into offensive line play. I asked Matt LaFleur about Bo Melton because it struck me immediately after his touchdown. And he was mic'd up for the game. So I was watching this from the Packers earlier today as well. Like, there's excitement whenever there's a touchdown, obviously. But, man, the level of exhilaration and euphoria for Bo feels a little next level-y to me. And I know I like Bo a lot, so maybe it's my bias. But are there just certain guys, like he almost feels like the walk-on at the end of the bench when he goes into the blowout college basketball game and he hits a three from the wing and everyone is super excited for him. Like the level of excitement for his touchdown.
You talking about like Isaac Gard? Are you putting him in the same category as Gardo's kid?
First of all, there's been lots of those guys dating back to my time as a student at Wisconsin.
You literally just described Gard's kid.
I know, not exclusively him, though. Like, every team has that guy, right? Who's Howard Moore is the greatest example from my time as a student. Like, when he would go into the game, everyone loves Howard Moore. To this day, everyone loves Howard. And so when I watched the reaction, the sideline exploded. And it's not like there's not excitement for other touchdowns, but it was just different. Do you see that? And then more importantly, do you remember having guys during your decade here that there was just something a little bit different about how strong people felt about them?
Yeah, I mean, I think the excitement would probably be because of what happened with him in preseason, right? Sure. Like, I think moving him around and kind of, hey, you're going to go play DB, and then, we get 6 weeks into the season, and now you're going to go play wide receiver, and then he goes out and plays wide receiver and has a couple drops, and people are all over him, and now, now he's back playing wide receiver, and he makes a huge play in a major game in a critical moment, and people, I think how hard he works on special teams and how critical of a piece he is on special teams. When guys make big plays like that, they get super excited for him, and people appreciate guys like him, right? Like, I think he's very appreciated. And I don't know, I don't remember if he ever scored a touchdown or not, but I know when this guy made plays all the time, and he did on special teams a bunch, but I don't know if he ever scored a touchdown. Maybe you could double check it. But people reacted that way. Do I remember? And he's a coach now, and I think you know where I'm going with this. Now it's Chris Banjo. Played with him forever. Whenever Chris would make plays, people would go nuts for him because they knew how hard he worked, how much he cared about his job, and how much passion he had towards it, and everything like that. And whatever role he was given, he accepted it, and he did it at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So, to me, that's what it kind of reminds me of a little bit, right? So I think it's just because you appreciate those types of guys, and when they get their opportunity, they take advantage of it. And people getting on Bo Melton earlier when he got thrown in there to go play wideout and he had a couple drops, it's like, well, come on. He doesn't practice the position. And now you're asking him to go catch slants over the middle when he doesn't do it in practice. It's like, come on, let the guy get a couple reps in practice before you start asking him to go do it in live action. So clearly he's been doing that. He gets the trust from Jordan Love throwing him a deep ball over the middle, and that's where we're going. People are hyped for him. So, to me, that's what you're going to see a lot more of when you introduce Reed back into this thing. They're going to start forgetting. They're going to start cutting guys like Bo Melton loose, right? He's going to get cut loose. You'll see Wicks get cut loose. Golden may start getting lost in translation on defenses, and he'll get cut loose. And to me, that's what's going to start happening more as all these guys start to get healthy and come back and play well. Guys are just going to get lost in the secondary and just start floating open, and Jordan's very good at finding the open guy, as we all know, because there is no number one. There's no number one. It's whoever's open. It's whoever's open, and he's very good at finding who's ever open, and that is a perfect example of it.
Blue, don't you think Christian Watson's number one now?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. He's the number one. I mean, there's no Tucker Kraft.
Nope.
It's Christian Watson. And to be honest with you, if you would have had a Tucker Kraft and Christian Watson, the way they're, oh my gosh, like it's just
it's a thing of beauty.
It would have just been. I mean, I don't know what defenses would have done. I really don't with the issues it would have caused over the middle and then running seams with that. Like, I just don't know what they would have been able to do to defend that. Like, because it causes, because you could take Christian Watson deep, then you could run Tucker Kraft through the seam, and that puts that safety in such a bad situation. Like, it does. It puts him in such a bad situation that no matter which side he picks, he's going to get beat. And it's just, but I mean, again, that's for next year. But regardless, we're in this year. But right now, yeah, Christian Watson is playing, like I said in the prior segment, he's playing at a level that is unbelievable.
Blue, why wouldn't I'm trying to figure out why teams aren't just looking at what the Carolina Panthers did, or you just sit too deep and say, can Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur be patient? Because what the Bears did, I think they probably looked at it and thought, we're not going to be able to hold up against their run game, so we have to do this. We can't generate a pass rush with 4, so we have to walk people up, and then that gives a one-on-one to Christian Watson, who just beats him like a drum on a slant. Is it a personnel thing? Because if you're going to do that, you need, what's the dude's name from Carolina who is criminally underrated? Their defensive tackle. Is it Brown?
Oh, Brown.
Guy from Auburn.
Yeah. Yes, Brown. Yeah.
Criminally underrated player. He whooped us, and that was part of the reason why Carolina was able to do it. But is it just a personnel thing? Or if I'm playing the Green Bay Packers, I'm going to sit too deep and I'm going to say, let's see how patient you are. Let's see you take the dink and dunk, because Jordan Love's a gunslinger by nature. He wants to go deep. He ain't interested in taking dinky. He wants to go. Is it all just personnel, or am I crazy to think sit too deep and let's see what Green Bay can do?
No, because I mean that's what I would do. I mean, because it is personnel. Because we saw it on the first drive, literally the first drive. They get a big run on first down, right? And it's second down and I think 3 or 4. They're in too deep again. They run a pass. He gets sacked, and then the next play is the pick. They could have just ran it again and gotten the first down and new set of downs. But, you know, it's the patience thing. Can they stay patient enough when they're in too deep and just keep pounding the rock on these teams and just saying, hey, we're going to make you get out of this too deep so we can throw it on you. That's the question. Can they do that? And if I'm a defense, I'm going to test them on it. And if you have good personnel up front like Carolina, or like we're going to see this week against Denver, when you have that good personnel, that's what I would do. I'm going to sit too deep and say, hey, I think I can beat you with my front 4. We're just going to sit my safeties deep and beat us. Like, you run it, and if you try to pass it, I think I can get home with 4. So, like, that would be, if I'm a D coordinator, that's what I'm going to do. Now we got to look at what we have in the NFC, right? Like, let's see the NFC and these D lines that can do that right now. There's not too many.
Philly,
Philly can't do anything right now. Philly can't do anything.
Even if Jalen Carter gets back, Philly kind of did. You don't think so?
The Bears ran it down there. The Bears ran it down their throat with Jalen Carter. Yeah. I mean, it didn't. They ran it for almost 300 yards with Jalen Carter. So, like, and the Philly may not even make the playoffs if they continue on this path.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, they Dallas could catch him, but it's going to take an epic collapse, which is possible. We've seen that movie before with Philly.
I mean, I'm just saying, what are they, 8-5 now? You lose 4 more. It's just, things, or how many games are even left? 5, 4? I don't even know.
Four games left.
Yeah. I mean, it just, things can go south, and the way it's going there, my gosh, I have a buddy that's an Eagles fan. I saw him yesterday. He's like, "Can you believe what's happening over there?" I'm like, I don't pay attention too much, but sure. Yeah.
Just flip him off and fire an egg at him. That's what Philly fans love doing. Having 5-year-old kids flip people off and throw eggs. Blue, what do you see? Because I'm very leery of this game Sunday. Very leery.
Yeah.
Denver's defense is the real deal. Bonita, right? 15 is Bonita. I just want to make sure I'm saying his name right.
I think it's
He's
Bonita.
A stud.
Yeah. Yes.
Bendy, flexible, fast, quick twitch. Bonito.
Bonito.
Denver's defense is the real deal, and it's going to be a heck of a test out there. What are you as nervous as I am about this matchup?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, this is, like, I said this during Minnesota week when I was in Green Bay, and they were asking me, how are we going to know how this offensive line is? I'm going to go Denver. And I said Denver because that is a Super Bowl caliber defense. That's what that is. That's a Super Bowl caliber type defense. I'm not saying that Denver Broncos as a team is. I'm saying that defense that they have, especially the front four, that's what you see in the Super Bowl. Like, that's the type of group that you would play in a Super Bowl. They're very good. Allen, Bonito, even the other edge rusher. They got two of them. Both guys. There's him and there's the other guy. They both have like over 10 sacks, I think. Both edge rushers. They're like ridiculous. It makes me a little nervous because, like I just said, they can literally sit into shell and they can stop you in both aspects of the game. They can stop the run and they can rush the passer, right? Like, and I've played in Denver multiple times. You've played in Denver. Like, it just seems like when you play out there, and the elevation and stuff like that. That's all. That's one thing. It just seems like when you play in Denver, the minute something starts to kind of go a little haywire out there, it like tumbles on you. Like, it's just really weird. I remember we went out there against Peyton Manning, and we started the game, and it was going okay to start, and it's like, okay, like, it's not bad. And then all of a sudden, like, we went 3 and out twice in a row, and the game just took a left turn for the absolute worst. And I swear to God, I did not run block against Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware the rest of the game. And I was pass blocking for 3 straight quarters, and it was like a terrible experience for me. Like, it, not that like I got beat every play, but it was just like a really bad experience for like 3 quarters of the game. And like, but that's the type of defense this one is. Like, that's the type of defense that Denver has again right now. That's how they've built this thing out again. They got great DBs. They got a great, front four. Their linebackers are very fast. They run sideline to sideline. They're very good at all aspects of the game. And Green Bay's got a tough task ahead. I think if you think you're going to go into Denver and throw the ball on them constantly, it is not going to be a friendly atmosphere for you. Like, I just don't think that can be the only way to beat them. Because, like, you look at the teams that, have tried to do that against Denver, because that has been Kansas City's style this year, is to try to throw it. That's been their way. They went into Denver and tried to do that, and that was not good. Like, that did not go well. And I get Denver's tackles and offensive line are not very good, but that's not a good formula. Like, you can't do that against them. You have to be able to run the ball and keep those edge rushers kind of off balance, because if you let those guys go, it's a tough day, man. It's a bad day at the office.
No doubt. Blue, what did you see when you flipped on that's from the O-line, especially Belton? Everybody's interested in Belton. They're intrigued by Belton. What do we see?
Yeah, everyone's intrigued by him, and obviously, like, I think he's steadily. I don't think he by any stretch is like playing at like. like all world level. Like I'm not going to sit here and like toot a horn, right? Like I'm not going to do that. But what I'm going to say is that I think he is playing better every week. Like that's what I think. I think he's playing better every week, and I think he's improving, and I think you can tell he's gaining more confidence in himself and kind of fitting into that position. You can see him with just the way he was from not week one, but his first time in there against Minnesota to now. You could see the confidence in just the way he's moving and his kind of technique wise. It looks like he's becoming more comfortable in his position, which from going from tackle to guard and kind of the way he's moved around a little bit is a compliment to him, right? Like, and it's not like he's out there contrary to whatever other stats, like he's not out there getting beat in pass pro constantly. Like that wasn't the case against Chicago. I thought he was pretty good in pass protection against Chicago. Jordan was clean against Chicago, besides the sack that they gave up in that, in the first drive that I talked about when they should have probably ran the ball again. He was clean against Chicago. Like the O-line played well, in my opinion. So I think he's getting better every week. Again, in the run game, he is a very physical asset that fits what they want to do really well, right? Like he's very physical at the point of attack. He gets great vertical movement off the ball on double teams. When he's singled up one-on-one, he displaces guys off the ball. I think he's getting better. The one thing that I've noticed, the only critique, if I'm going to give a critique, and I'm not Buckus, I'm not Steno, I'm not in their line room, that's not what I do. The only thing that, again, and this is going to be big for him this week against Denver's D tackles, Allen and those guys, because they're very good at this. They're not big, guys that like Gilbert Brown type guys. That's not what they are. Like they're not stationary guys. They're bigger, but they're quick movers, right? Like they're able to laterally. They're very good. I've seen at times that's where he will struggle from time to time is with quick lateral movements, getting out of his stance. And it was on the road against Detroit where I noticed it, right? Maybe a little late on the snap count, maybe things like that. You don't hear the snap count perfect, or it's silent count, and you're a little off. That's going to be something really big for him this week that he has to pay attention to, is making sure he's able to adjust to movement well against these Broncos D tackles, because they do move. They're very active inside with Denver, so it's making sure that he's on point with his assignments and aiming points and getting his feet down, because he's a big body. It's not like they're gonna, if they have to go around him, that especially in pass pro, that's good for him. He can use his length and his body size to help him. But in the run game, it's making sure that he's getting his feet down and he's not lunging and reaching for guys and missing on single blocks, because that's what Denver does really good, is they make a lot of guys miss in the run game, get a lot of TFLs. That's what they're really good at.
All right, Brian, a couple of housekeeping matters. I think John Cooper was who you were referring to, who had 10.5 sacks last year and has 7.5 this year on the opposite side of La Isla Bonita. I think the game you're talking about, 2015, you guys lost 29-10.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers, 14 of 22 for 77 yards.
Yeah.
77 yards.
How many total yards did we even have that game? If he only had 77 yards passing, that means we only had like 150 yards total offense.
You finished that game with the not so grand total of 140 total yards.
Yep, that's what I would assume.
Iowa's offense is looking at that game saying, "What the hell's wrong with you guys?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bad. Thank
It's
you,
like,
Jesse. Appreciate it.
Yeah, hey Jesse, let's calm it down. Let's
Exactly.
You're in the studio there.
Yeah, Jesse.
Let's
I didn't even have to make the joke. Tausch did it for me.
Jason, tell Blue about your elevator ride so we can get a little Elton talk before we let him go.
Yeah, I do want to hear about the elevator ride.
Yeah, so I actually, it was in the waiting area for the elevator, and then he went up in one elevator, and I waited for the media elevator because I don't really want to be going.
You didn't even have an elevator ride. You had an elevator wait.
We had to wait for a while, so we got to catch up, and he's on a scooter. He had a surgery, and as I told Tausch, I did not tell him, as I suggested on the program, that maybe they were better off with Sean Ryan at center. Again, I believe
friends like Jason
who needs anemone.
Oh, we love Elton. He sucks, and Ryan's a lot better. We've been a lot better on offense since you've been gone.
We love Elton Jenkins as a guard for sure, and I have said from the beginning that I did not love the idea of moving a guy who's as good as a guard as he is, and I stand by that position. And maybe Elton would have found his rhythm. Brian's the one who breaks down the film. But yes or no? Elton Jenkins is as good of a center as he is a guard.
No.
No. That's all I'm saying.
No.
And is Sean Ryan better as a center than he is as a guard?
Currently, right now, he's playing better. Yeah.
Yes.
Which I didn't think was going to happen. Which obviously I did not. I had no idea that was. That was hard for me to predict.
Yep.
Right. Like that's hard. It's hard to predict that thing. Right. Like I mean that's the tough part about it. But continue. Sorry, my bad.
No, that's all right. So it was good to see him. He's making progress. I don't know what his future holds, and neither does he. I will, regardless of our little running joke here about the center thing, I will miss him if he's not on this team next year, and I am skeptical that he will. I like to take
Hey, he ain't going to be on the team next
year.
Yeah.
Hopefully he gets a Super Bowl ring, though.
Jesse. That's the biggest. Like that's like kicking a guy when he's down. He's injured. Hopefully he gets a Super Bowl ring and he doesn't get to play in the game. It's like that's way to kick.
This was going so well, and then Jesse got involved.
Yeah, we got Jesse involved too much. We got Jesse involved too much in the show.
Hey, Elton. I know you broke your leg, but hopefully you get a Super Bowl ring out of it. It's like Jesse. Gosh, man, like that's nasty. That's nasty. Like that's not nice.
Rather that than not have a Super Bowl ring.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Jesse. Yes, we do want Green Bay to make it to the Super Bowl.
How's this finish going for you, Jesse? Strong.
Oh my gosh.
This is not what I had in mind. All right. So Giuseppe's question about how the Packers are using their tight ends will have to wait either for next week or for when I join you on Thursday on the Homer Hour to discuss it. That was what I was going to discuss, but instead Jesse got involved and ruined everything. Brian, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys. Talk to you.
That is the great Bryan Bulaga. He joins us every Wednesday to discuss all things Packers. Tausch, meanwhile, before we get to the top of the 10 o'clock hour, will tell us about American Family Insurance and what he and Sarah are doing this holiday season.
We're starting to wind down. We have till December 31st, and Sarah and I, we've teamed up again with American Family Insurance to raise money towards the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies, toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. And American Family Insurance matches every dollar donated all the way up to $50,000 through the end of the year. Visit amfamkids.org to donate today.
The 10 o'clock hour starts at 10:23. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's CHRISTMAS40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street, and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Green Bay Packers back to practice today as they get set to head west to take on the Denver Broncos in a potential Super Bowl preview game Sunday afternoon. Kickoff set for 3:25. The Packers are listed as 2.5-point favorites for Sunday's contest. Quarterback Jordan Love appearing yesterday on the Pat McAfee Show, talking about the offense heating up.
Man, we got a squad. I think that's been something that we've been building, and the past 2 years we've kind of been stacking this thing and kept getting better and better. But we've added some pieces to our squad, and it's all about, like we mentioned, just finding ways to play our best ball. We've had some games where we've not played to our standard, and then I think this past couple of weeks we've been just elevating.
Jordan Love yesterday on the Pat McAfee Show. Plenty more to talk about, including Homer, host of Green Bay Game Night, along with Tausch, Gary Ellerson, and Jason Wilde, coming up in a few minutes here on Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN. College basketball, Wisconsin at 23rd ranked Nebraska. Tip time at 8 o'clock tonight.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Was that so hard?
Yeah,
and actually a song we've heard of. Kind of a club mix, but nevertheless. The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Jesse, what exactly did you do at the end?
Jason, where is your concern level? Blue and I are both concerned, and I know you don't care because you're not a fan, but are you thinking this is going to be an upset? Like, where's your head? You don't have to give us your prediction yet, but where's your head?
I'm happy to give you my prediction. I think they're going to lose.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see some offensive struggles, which I still think they're a really good offense, and I think they're going to be fine. But I think if this game was in Green Bay, I don't know if I would have that same feeling. But the rarefied air of the Mile High City and the way their defense is playing, I don't think their offense is very good. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. But I think we're going to be right back where we started going into that Saturday night game in Chicago, where if the Packers win, they'll be in first place. If they lose, they won't be. And then we'll have to wait out and see how the final couple of games go to see where the Packers end up in the playoff positioning. If they can go into Denver and win, awesome. What a great bonus, right? Because you would think because it's an AFC game, it's not as vital. But based on where they are and what Chicago has left, it's an important game and not an easy one. So
I'll say this. If they go into Denver and this offense lights up the Denver Broncos defense, oh, baby, you ain't getting there.
Totally
Everybody and their brother going to be jumping on this bandwagon to go win a championship.
They will be here's the thing, and I know we didn't get to Tuesday's normal NFL power rankings. If they go into Denver and win, how do you not put them as the number one team in the NFL power rankings on ESPN.com?
I think because the Rams, if they win, probably will stay ahead of them.
I don't know, Jim. That would be quite the quality win on the road. I'd be curious to see what the reasoning would be, because you're, especially if they play offensively.
Can I say I'm a little nervous about something else too?
Uh-oh.
So the Rams are a really good football team, and I think the biggest impediment to the G&G
You've said
going to win a championship this year. Phillip Rivers just came out of retirement at 44. I'm not going to be shocked if Aaron Donald comes out of retirement in the next couple weeks and makes a playoff push for the Rams.
What?
Yeah. The dude is always putting these workup videos. He's yoked out of his mind. He probably, I don't know what he's all doing, But I guarantee you this, if he comes in, he's going to play. I mean, he'd be ready to roll, and it would be a limited run. I don't love the idea that can happen. But if I'm the Rams, I'm begging him to come. And if I'm Aaron Donald and I'm looking around, it's like, it's December. Just had a big Christmas. You know what, the hell with it. I'll come back. We'll play the last 2 games. Maybe we'll get the bye. And let's go try to chase the championship. I'll come in and be a pass rusher. I'll play 20 snaps. I don't like that concept that could happen.
Aaron Donald is 34 years old. So that would not be unreasonable at all. He did not play
10 years younger than Phil.
Correct. Last year he did not play. In 2023, he played 16 games. He had 8 sacks. He was a first-team All-Pro. He finished in the balloting for the Comeback Player of the Year because he had an injury in 22 that limited him to 11 games. Is that a completely independent Tausch thought? Or did you see something out there?
No. By the
really
way,
smart
we got to stop.
take.
Like, Dove Kleiman stuff is all. He's got a lot of fake news he puts out. We got to make sure.
I don't follow him anymore. Ever since whoever Dove used to be sold it to whoever's running it now.
Dove is getting very opinionated too. Like, this means this guy's a bad guy. And I'm done with Dove.
Done with Dove.
No, it's just something. Like, I'm thinking about it from Aaron Donald's perspective. Yeah, he's probably happy. He's content. But he's still yoked and in great shape. And he's obviously still works out in the Rams facility, I believe. It's probably pretty tight. I think Sean McVay would be like, if you want.
Yeah, we got space for you.
Back in.
Yeah.
The Rams are having a great year. It's kind of staffed
like you do.
Hey, Aaron. But you just feel like this could be like the last stand with this group because I think McVay wants to get young at quarterback. He tried to trade Stafford last year. I won't be shocked if this happens. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And I am not hearing any reports. I'm not an insider. I'm not an outsider.
Yeah.
I would analyze and say I don't want to see that if I'm a Packer fan.
No, I would tend to agree with that.
You know who else doesn't? Belton, Sean Ryan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's very
Banksy.
True. Yeah. And they don't have Elton Jenkins because Elton Jenkins stood up to Aaron Donald and got into a brawl with him. All right, here's what we're going to do. Normally, Homer joins us at 10:30, but we're a break behind, so we'll talk to Homer coming up after I tell you about Associated Bank. And the best customer service in the industry, they've got the awards to prove it, and I've got the experience to prove it. Whether it's early pay, having access to your direct deposit from your employer up to 2 days early, whether it's credit monitoring so you're ready to make that big purchase, like when we got our furniture from Steinhoffels, our credit was good because they monitor that for us. And, of course, fraud protection. If you run into any issues at all with people trying to be you, well, they've got your back. Plus, they've got Packers checking, Brewers checking, and Badgers checking. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. Uncle Homer joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, wishing you and your loved ones a happy holiday season from Grassland Dairy. Well, as you gather with friends and family to celebrate the season, remember that no holiday spread is complete without the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter on your table. For toast, pancakes, dinner rolls, and everything in between, Grassland butter is the gift that keeps on giving. Grassland Dairy, again, extends a huge thank you to all of the hardworking dairy farmers across the state of Wisconsin. Without them producing such high-quality ingredients, Grassland would not be able to deliver that pure and delicious flavor on your table that we've all come to know and love. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Since 1904, there's no better product and no better taste than Grassland butter. Happy holidays from Grassland Dairy, crafting butter for 5 generations.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
Packers quarterback Jordan Love has been on fire this season. 22 passing touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, and a quarterback rating that ranks 4th in the NFL. Love, joining the Pat McAfee show on Tuesday, says a lot of that credit goes to his head coach and play caller, Matt LaFleur.
During the game, he's always there right next to me, making sure we're on the same page with how we're going to attack him. But he's a very, I think he's one of the best offensive-minded coaches in the NFL.
Love, LaFleur, and the Packers offense will certainly have their hands full Sunday as they travel to Denver to take on a Broncos defense that ranks top 5 in yards allowed and sacks. I'm Alex Stroh.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement, with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Oklahoma hosts Alabama, Miami at Texas A&M, Tulane at Ole Miss, James Madison at Oregon. The college football playoff. Round 1 on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Whatever you do, make sure. You know what that music means? Even though we're probably going to have to pay some royalties to Duke Tomato and the All-Star Frogs, it is Steve the Homer True on Wilde and Tausch. Homer, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'd be shocked if you have to pay, but maybe you do.
Yeah, I don't know the rules. By the way, I want to thank Jacob in the YouTube comments. Apparently, and I'm still working on fact-checking this, but I'm guessing he's right. Because Aaron Donald would potentially be coming back with the team that still holds his rights in retirement, he missed the deadline. Like Ragnow for the Lions, that ultimately didn't end up happening because of the hamstring injury. So it sounds like he can't come back.
Good.
Again, I don't. Okay. I think Jacob's probably right about that. I'm trying to find the right story that explains it, but I think he's probably right. So we appreciate his.
So how could did Phillip Rivers' contract expire?
Yeah. So I think I don't think. I think the last team that Rivers did play for in 2020 was the Colts. So I'm not sure why that room would. Why that
maybe
rule
signed
would
a
work
one-year deal and finished it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jacob. I like a little knowledge being brought.
We appreciate that a lot. Homer, are you getting your hopes up about this team? Because we just got done talking about how we think it's going to be a tough go for the Packers on Sunday in Denver. And if it is, will that change the way you're feeling about this team's playoff picture?
None. None. They're players. It's all about what do they do in the playoffs. This is just fiddling and diddling and trying to make it easier in the playoffs. But they're good. They set a standard, and they win the next 2 games. They will be a favorite to make the Super Bowl with a couple others. And if they lose the next 2 games, doesn't really change my view of them as a team. And they got to win a playoff game. Pretty much that simple.
Wait, so if they lose to Denver and then go to Chicago and lose, that will not change your opinion of them at all?
Nope. Nope.
Tausch, would that change your opinion?
What do they need? What do they need?
It'll
What do they
change my
need to show
opinion.
you?
I just believe that they need to be a 1 or a 2 seed to get it done this year. I think this playoff,
What is getting
this
it done?
NFC playoff, getting it done is winning a championship. I don't care about them winning one playoff. I want them to win it all. And in order
they
to
have
do
no
that,
chance
I
to win
believe
it
they
all.
need to be a 1 or a 2 seed. They're not going to win it all?
That is true. No.
No, you don't think they're going to win it all. What do you think is impeding it? Why do you think in a conference that is this tight?
Better teams. The Rams are better. Seattle's better. And I just think they're a year
At
away.
Lambeau, they're better? At Lambeau, they're better.
I mean, yes, somebody is better. Yeah. Or, yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I disagree. Not violently. I disagree vehemently.
Yeah, that's fine.
With that
That's,
take.
that's a legitimate disagreement. That's fine. We're just fiddling and a diddle in terms of the level of how good they are or how good they can be.
Homer, I don't think these next 2 games are fiddle and diddling. I think these next 2 games are critical. Because if you lose these next 2, you're probably going to be a 5 or a 6. And that means you got to go play Philly or Tampa. That means you're going to end up having to go play the Rams or Detroit or Chicago.
Right.
So it makes that path that much more difficult in a season that we've noticed nobody is awesome. There's a lot of really good teams that if they're playing their best ball and
the Rams are awesome. The Rams are awesome.
Well, Carolina showed them that they weren't.
Again, as you well know, team's not great every game, but all the stats and all the performance, the history, the coach, the quarterback. They're at a level above the Packers, and I think Seattle might be too. We just don't know enough about them. Their numbers are very impressive too.
You trust Sam
but
Darnold
anyway,
in a big game?
So you don't. They need to win the next 2 games because you don't think they're good enough. I mean, that's weird. You think they need to win the next 2 games because you don't think they're good enough in the playoffs. I mean, you pretty much agree with me.
I think the path, Homer, I think the path would be too difficult.
Right.
Not that they can't.
They're not good enough. Well, okay.
I think it's because everybody is lumped in, and I think you have a certain amount of capacity. If you have to have 3 drag them out, slug them out playoff games on the road, that takes a lot. We saw that when they ended up going down to Atlanta and getting beat, if you remember. They ran out of gas. They ended up having to have Gooch play guard.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you remember.
I love
you
when we bring up Gooch playing guard.
Okay. But this is weird because I believe in this team more than you do. Because they don't have to. Right, because I don't think they have to win these next 2 games. It'd be nice. It would certainly show them where they are as a level. But, you like them, but not that much. Like, you don't want the effort. You don't the playoffs to be that difficult.
You guys got a weird relationship, man.
What the hell are you talking about?
What? There's another to the relationship. I don't understand that.
Are you guys doing okay after Sunday's post-game show? Because that got a little contentious there on Sunday.
Yeah, well, I didn't understand. Listen, here's the deal. I get on air. Homer, hold up a second. I'll give you the floor. I get on and do my opening statement. And the Packers just have a great stand to win a huge, tough, hard-fought game in the division against an upstart team that gave us more of a game than I anticipated, but I knew it was going to be a dogfight. And we make a great stand. And Homer gets on after I do my opening statement and calls me an idiot and says I didn't watch the game.
I'm sorry, that is going to piss me off. So I go back at him. He acts like we're the worst team in the league and that we have no business even being out there. Our defense sucks. That's what he decides to go with on a postgame show for our fans after a huge win at Lambeau. Go ahead, Homer.
Is that an accurate depiction of what occurred, Homer?
Yes.
No.
Go back and watch it.
But I yelled too much. That is accurate. What is important is that what irritated me then, he has an amazing ability to irritate me the same way now. The issue was great stand. Then or now. That is so insanely wrong. They didn't make a great stand. The Bears went right down the field. 2 of the first 3 plays went 51 yards. All they had to do was let the time go and run. The Packers did nothing. The defense folded terribly in the second half, including the last drive, but Caleb Williams bailed them out. How anybody, then or now, could view that as a great stand, I'm incapable of comprehending that. They were incredibly lucky on a play in which Caleb Williams had maybe 4 options, 3 of which worked. They didn't even need to throw the ball. They averaged 4.7 yards per carry the entire second half, even though they never had a long run. A good high school coach could have led the Bears to tying that game. And again, this is all about one statement. I'm just as irritated today. Great stand. That's like saying you had a great stand on a broken ladder. Next.
I don't know what that means.
Just because you say next. All right, you two, I've already litigated and jurisdicted and did everything with this. You two, Jesse and Jason, tell me which side of this you fall on, because there's 2 sides to this. Homer is basically saying we were dog lucky and the Bears should have beat us. Our defense stunk and didn't make a play at the end of the game. That's what you said.
It should have been tied. I never said
they're going for
they should have
2.
won the game.
No. They're going for 2, and they're either going to win or lose 29-28 or lose 28-27. So,
That's
Jason, which way do you go on this?
There is only one issue. One person says the defense made a great stand. The other person says that's idiotic.
Homer, if somebody tuned into our postgame, they would have thought we lost by 2 touchdowns the way you were going. Period, fin. That's what they thought.
Yeah.
Well, it is. What do you mean you don't know? That's what happened. Go ahead, Jason.
The Packers' defense made a great play.
He's going to get mad at you. He's going to get mad at you.
For Keyshawn Nixon to recognize that Evan Williams has taken I don't know if it was Swift, I don't know who it was in the flat, but that he has abdicated his responsibility of covering Cole Kmet, and he drops off of his guy, who I think is DJ Moore, and is there to make the interception, and agree, by the way, that Caleb Williams, with a better throw or more awareness, probably throws a touchdown there. They make the great play to win the game. But to Homer's point, and I admit that this is a little bit of bias for me, because there I am sitting in my seat, wrote my big story about Enter Sandman, which I was so excited. They play Enter Sandman with 3:32 left, and on the very first play, the Bears get a 27-yard gain. That was not how I envisioned that playing out. I was hoping for storytelling purposes, Micah Parsons with a first down sack. Instead, 27 yards, then 24 yards, and that is not a great stand. It is a great play to win the game. But no, don't get frustrated. I'm not agreeing with either one of you, which is usually a good place to be.
No doubt. You're hedging. I'd finish your statement. I don't know why I even asked you. Go ahead.
Look, the NFL.
It go exactly as you expected, Mr. Tausch.
He doesn't like it when.
No, Jason can't take a stand. He hems and haws. I know that with 10 years of experience, but I still asked. He's a hemming and a haw. Hem and haw it. Go ahead, Jason.
Now hold on. This was a great stand. Jason Wilde.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just
great hem and haw. Yep.
No, it's not.
I see both sides of the argument.
They made a great
You either
play.
make a stand or you don't. They score a touchdown or they don't. Yeah, they gave up some yards. A stand is you stop somebody. That's what a stand is. You either do or you don't. What do you guys not understand about that?
Hold on. Let me ask you a question.
I'm dumbfounded.
If
No,
Caleb
I don't
Williams
want any
had
questions.
handed
You
the
two
ball-
go ahead. You guys go
He's
hem and
quitting
haw.
again.
Hold on. If
I ain't
Caleb
quitting.
Williams had handed the ball to a Packer defender, would it still have been a great stand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You win. I'll accept that.
They made a great play. The Bears, they did not knock the Bears out. The great defenses, they get the I'm sorry. You can take.
You don't have to apologize. You can be wrong. I'm all right with that.
Nice. You've got some homer in you. That's pretty good.
You guys are just – I don't know what you guys have or you're just sitting there and you can't acknowledge. Sports is about results. It is.
It's about the
Fandom
process.
and media, it's results. No, that's for the players and the team. Fan-wise, in our show, it's a results business. So if we had won the Super Bowl with that play, Homer would have gotten out and said, well, God dang it, they gave up 51 yards before he made the play to win the Super Bowl. Jared Bush makes a great interception, but before that he missed a 10-yard tackle. Like, what are we doing?
I would have said
That's
were
what this
lucky
is.
to win the Super Bowl if that had happened at the end of the Super Bowl.
The fact of the matter is, whether you like it or not, for either of you, their defense was out of gas. They just were. They had the 3-and-out by the offense, the quick touchdown to Watson, another 3-and-out. They at least have the go-ahead drive where, as we talked about earlier, the huge run by Jacobs on 3rd down. Otherwise, I assume they're going for it on 4th down, and if they get stopped, they're still in a tie game,
Now,
or maybe they kick the field goal.
that was a great drive.
It was. There was undeniable. I can tell you this: the Bears did not get a stop on that drive. They did not make a stand. My point is simply that they were on fumes at that point, and so for them to make that one play that wins the game is enormous. It's not lucky. It is a great
Jason,
play
that is being
by their
so,
defense.
Because that wasn't even the biggest play in that drive. So you said one play. Enigbare's play set that up. Two plays at a minimum, which is a stand. Like, I don't get you guys. It's almost like you're looking for negative. Like, you're just being negative when you don't have to be.
How is it negative to say they made a huge... And you're right.
You said they made one play. The Enigbare play is the biggest play in the game.
Totally. Very fair
critique.
Question.
One play. Keyshawn Nixon with one play.
Hold
yeah,
on.
go ahead.
Let me ask you the same question that I asked in the postgame show, and Tausch, I would hope, will give the same answer. If Jordan Love had made the pass, not Caleb Williams, what would you have said? Would you have said the Bears made a great stand or not? And you said, what did you say?
No, I said it would have been a bad throw by Jordan.
Okay, I rest my case.
What case are you resting?
That it shouldn't matter who makes it. If it's a bad throw,
it doesn't matter who wins. What are we, 5th grade soccer? It doesn't matter who wins or loses. Let's just give orange slices and pat everybody on the tush and tell them to go home and have a good day. That's what you guys are saying. Winning and losing matters.
Yes, it does matter. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
Also telling the truth about what happened and how they won matters.
Did the Packers make a stand to stop Chicago from scoring and winning the game? Yes or no?
Yes. If that's your definition, yes.
Very important. Nicely done. If that's your definition. We did learn his definition of stand.
I simply don't understand you guys.
I literally, you don't understand us?
If Caleb Williams hands the ball to a Packer defender to end the series, you said that would also be a great stand. If that's the standard, Yes, assuming the Packers show up and go on the field with their helmets. Any way they stop the Bears is a great stand. I now know the rules.
You guys,
if they forget to go on the field,
what a slap to the face of the Packers defense and Keyshawn and JJ Enigbare and everybody involved. That you're trying to equate Caleb tossing the ball to a defender to what we just saw. The fact that you would do that is a slap to the face of these guys.
Did you not just say that would qualify as a great stand too? Am I correct? Was I listening, Jason? Did Mark Tauscher not, in fact, say those exact words earlier?
It would if he had walked up to J.J. Enigbare and handed him the ball, it would have been stopping them from scoring a touchdown. That, by definition, would be a defensive stand. Yes, correct. Because that's we're defining it as preventing the touchdown.
No. Listen, earlier in our conversation today, I believe Taus said that would also qualify as a great stand.
I don't believe I said anything like that, but you can run the tape.
Okay.
I'm not going to go back and
I
look
will
for
run
it.
The tape. Anybody else hear it?
Homer, are you all right, though? Being dead serious, because you were real angry with me on Sunday with the game, and then you were also real angry.
I was disappointed in your opinion, but that's all.
No, you said I didn't watch. You told me I didn't watch the game. Right. You insulted me and insulted the fact that I watched the game or not. Like it was an insult, but that's not even the worst thing Homer did over the course of the weekend.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And Homer,
what did he do?
I'm at I go to the Wisconsin Marquette game on Saturday. It was a fun game. We kicked the Marquette's keister, and I get that. Marquette's down a little bit this year. I text Homer, middle of the game. He's wearing a huge winter parka courtside. And I text him and I said, "Are you going to take your coat off and stay a while?" And he texts me,
pretty good text.
"Blank yourself."
Whoa.
Who the blank are you? Yes. And then I said something like, "Why are you so angry?" And he goes, "Blocked." Blocked.
No, I didn't do any of it.
Via a text message. Yes.
I didn't do any of that. I never even saw. I didn't do any of it. So I don't know how that happens. I didn't do any of it.
What do you mean you didn't do any of it? It's literally on my phone to Homer. I said,
I don't know how that happened.
Yourself.
No, I did none of that.
I don't believe
Here's
you.
what he said.
Did you text the
Jason,
wrong person? That's the wrong number.
That seems out of character to me.
I text Homer. I said, "Take your coat off, stay a while." And he goes, "Who the blank are you?" And then I said, "Damn, you're angry."
You texted the wrong number.
You texted somebody else. You texted the wrong person.
No, I don't think so.
Trust me on this. I'll bet you whatever amount of money you want. I'll bet you your last year's contract.
This is so not something Homer would say.
I don't know. I'll do some research. Maybe I text
you.
Maybe I text. Right. It is under Homer, and maybe because I said let's start the pregame early here if Green Bay scores. But then I look now at the last date. I think I did text the wrong person. So Homer, I'm going to apologize to you and whoever I text that is Homer in my phone.
I think that's good because I probably should apologize for the post-game show. I went too far. The reason I went too far is if I ever do anything that people don't think that I immensely appreciate everything about you, then I've gone too far. We disagree, we have whatever. But if anybody, like you said, a couple of friends text you or whatever, that's going too far. I'm going to try not to yell. I was
no. So
I was
Homer. Here's what I'd say.
Anyway,
I love your feistiness. I couldn't fathom to understand.
It's a cold center. That's why I wear the coat. It's freezing cold there.
You're on the ice.
And I love that coat because it's nice and light and it keeps me warm. But someone else mentioned doing my show why I have my coat on now. They said you look like
it's definitely somebody else's number. It's definitely.
Can we get a screenshot of this text exchange?
No, I am not going to send that because.
Oh my God! So wait a minute.
I thought it was
to be clear.
I thought it was odd. Homer and I have had a lot of corresponding. I thought it was weird, but then I thought Homer was I mean, he's middle of the game texting, so I thought maybe he was just distracted and said, "Get the heck out of here! I'm trying to call a game."
None of these clues ever added up to you that it wasn't him?
No, I think I wanted it to be him. So that's part of it.
I'm so glad you brought this
up. Homer,
Yeah.
I apologize. That's
Not
on. This
necessary.
one's
You already
on
did
me.
it. You already. That's fine.
All right.
It's actually funny. It's funny.
All
and, I guess now I know. If you actually had responded that to me, I probably would have thought it was someone else. But I guess I have work to do. Bye.
Homer now departing for his Uber work with his grandchild. That story is absolutely amazing.
Which one?
Who I want to know now.
Yeah, who did you text?
I want to know who this person is.
Who have you been texting for years that you think is Homer when you say start the post-game show?
No, I think Homer switched. Cells. Did he not?
No,
not to my knowledge.
If he's at the same cell, yeah, then that's on me. Because
I've been calling the same number when he comes on this show for 8 years.
All right, that's it.
That's so
on me.
Amazing.
Totally on me.
Our clock is completely messed up. You need to tell us about Hard Rock Casino Rockford, and we got a lot of show left with not a lot of time.
Indeed, we do. And Jesse just went down there. We have, I think, a win this week will secure one of our prognostications that when we were down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jordan Love keeps climbing in the MVP vote, which is awesome. And it's just awesome to go down to Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Great food, great music, great gaming, a bunch of slots, great live table games, a beautiful sports book, and a great high-limit room. Hard Rock Casino Rockford elevates the high-limit room experience to deliver premium table games tailored for discerning players, enhanced game rules including blackjack where the dealer stands on a soft 17. You'll enjoy better odds, faster play, and the kind of authentic high-limit action that sets Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. Your next hand could be your very best yet. Visit the High Limit Room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge.
More Wilde and Tausch, or Wilde and some random person next. So stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tauscher here for the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Well, it's the time of the year that you get to take in all the special sights and sounds of the holidays. The lights, the shopping, the music, and the snow. Yeah, it's time to start worrying about snow in the forecast. And before it's too late, ask yourself, do I need new tires, a new battery, new windshield wipers? Well, if so, schedule an appointment today with the service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet. I know I can trust Zimbrick's service team to have my back in any situation. With how much my family and I count on our Chevy year-round, the service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet makes sure it is in the best shape possible every time we have them check it out. For whatever maintenance you need for safe winter driving, the experienced service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet is here. Schedule an appointment and check them out online to learn more about how they're consistently recognized as a Best of Madison operation year after year at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Take it from me, when it comes to auto service in Madison, Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie is truly the name you can trust.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged soon and needed to do some ring shopping. Heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Matt LePay for Steinhoffels. Steinhoffels is a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Since 1934, Steinhoffels has been Wisconsin's furniture and mattress destination for quality selection and service. For over 90 years, Steinhoffels has helped Wisconsinites create the homes of their dreams and is 100% employee-owned. Steinhoffels has the largest selection of all the latest styles and all the best mattress brands. You'll find something for every style and every budget. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Score the top gifts for the Brewers fan in your life this holiday season. Set them up for an epic 2026 season with the all-new Brewers Holiday Bundle, featuring 4 ticket vouchers, loaded value concession credits, and an exclusive Brewers Holiday ornament, starting at just $99. Finish shopping for even the youngest Brewers fans with the 2026 Kids Crew Kit, including one-of-a-kind Brewers merch, 6 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and more, all for just $35. Grab every Brewers Holiday gift today at brewers.com.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Starion Bank redefines local banking in Madison. As a community bank with a commitment to Dane County, experience a banking relationship where your goals are our priority. Enjoy competitive deposit and loan rates and a partnership that thrives on local engagement and support. Starion Bank is more than a full-service financial institution. It's a community pillar dedicated to your prosperity. Visit one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, offering banking, lending, mortgage, and cash management.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
All right, quick question here, and then we'll have to get ourselves back on the clock somewhat with a Tito's vodka conversation. But here's my question. Jesse, you worked in Beaver Dam for a while.
I did.
Our buddy Wade Bates, who does a great job with Sherry Sackett, and they do their morning show, and I join them on Fridays.
Wade's better than Sherry, for the record. I have a rivalry with Sherry. She's like my Bulaga of Beaver Dam.
Really?
Yeah, we got a history.
You may need to
do
you have one in every market? Do you have a Bulaga rivalry like?
Kinda, come to think of it, yeah. A lot of them, yeah.
And one with Big Cat sometimes. So sometimes if for some reason I miss Wade's call and I call back, they put me on the air right away, they don't even know it's me. So they don't screen calls sometimes. My question is, can Tausch give you the number of the person he thought was Homer, and can we call them? Or is that IPT?
Based on what the responses have already been to Old T, I don't think I want to be part of that.
Do you think it's Bruce and Cassville?
I think it very well sounds like it might be. I think Tausch should send an apology text to this person and say, sorry, wrong number, definitely thought you were one of my coworkers.
Why on earth would I do that after when he texts me?
By the way, I'm Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer and Super Bowl champion Mark Tauscher. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm not doing any of that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find, because I want to tell you guys. So here's what it is. I have been texting this number since since 2021.
Oh,
and I've gotten really good. So I've texted him after games, and I can tell the dates because they're Sundays in September.
Okay.
Let's do a Tito's here. Okay, and then I have to leave the show.
Are you getting replies?
And he says, yes, sorry, I wasn't looking at this. I'll do this in the future. Hey, just found out I donated 8 tickets to a teen challenge game, which is what Homer does. He donates a lot of tickets.
Sounds
he does
like
a lot
Homer,
of stuff.
yeah.
Can you help me? And I said, yeah, I'll make a call. I'll try to help. And that was November 6th. He has responded to that. November 6th.
Of this
So
year?
then I
Of
text
this
him,
year?
Yes. So I said I put a text out. I think I could do that. And then he, just continues on. This whole thing is weird to me. And then he texts me about when he said that Micah Parsons can't tackle, and I said Deion Sanders. I said something else. That was on November 17th of this year.
Yeah, he has not changed his number, though.
So I said, make sure you're clarifying, because he was out there trying to say I was comparing Deion Sanders to Micah Parsons tackling, which I didn't say. He asked me if there was a Hall of Fame player that couldn't tackle, and I said Deion Sanders was not a great tackler, but obviously one of the greats. And I said Micah Parsons is a much better tackler than you're anticipating. So that was November 17th of 2025. So something is amiss here. I don't know what it is. I do have duplicates in my phone, and sometimes there can be a Homer with his right cell and then maybe something else. But this is really a conundrum that I'm in.
So Homer
And then
traditionally...
Saturday mid-game, I said, take off your coat and stay a while. And he said, who the blank are you? And I said, blank, you're angry. And he said, I don't care, you're blocked. Which is nothing. It's not that big a deal.
It's going to make it hard to call him on the show.
This whole thing is super unique to me. I don't know what has happened here.
So Homer gives out his phone number on the air, right?
He has been known to do that, yes.
His cell phone. I'm not comfortable doing that, even though he does it himself. But I do think we need to fact check this number versus the number that I have that he always responds to. Is it green or blue in the responses, if I may ask?
I just pulled it back down, so I'll have to look back on Saturday.
Well, tell us about Tito's, and we'll fact check that later.
Indeed, Tito's, handmade vodka. You know what? Doesn't matter what you're looking to add. If it's cranberry, if it's Gatorade, whatever it is, everything goes great with Tito's. Tito's doesn't just make great drinks. They also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So the next time you're raising a glass around the holidays or whenever, make sure it is Tito's handmade vodka in that glass, crafted to be savored responsibly.
All right, so the number I text Homer on, I texted him on July 25th about Shaka Smart, and he replied. Okay. So and then I have a group text with him and John Kerry.
Just in fairness now, I have Homer in my phone. It is single, but there's 2 different numbers.
So you texted a different...
But they're both been responded to by Homer in real time.
All right, we'll get our best investigators on
I
this.
I don't believe Homer texted me the blank off. But it was so real in real time
well
that I thought he might.
Yeah. More Wilde and Tausch, and
imagine being on the other end continues. Of take your coat off, stay a while.
That's a pretty harsh response to that. Yes, indeed. More Wilde and Tausch, straight ahead. Stick around.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Oklahoma hosts Alabama. Miami at Texas A&M. Tulane at Ole Miss. James Madison at Oregon. The college football playoff. Round 1 on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's CHRISTMAS40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Try Helix Sleep's award-winning mattress, now at Steinhoffels, 20% off. Visit steinhoffels.com to learn more. Better sleep starts now. A slew of volleyball Badgers receiving ABCA North Region honors earlier in the week. For the second time in her career, Mimi Collier named the ABCA Player of the Year. Collier already breaking multiple single-season records and moving at rapid pace to break more. Collier joined by Carter Booth as a 4-time All-Region recipient. 3 more Badgers receiving first-team mentions: Grace Egan, Kristen Simon, and Una Vajic. The cherry on top, Kelly Sheffield named the region's Coach of the Year. Wisconsin faces Stanford in third-round action Friday afternoon. Full coverage on 100.5 ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
Hey, it's Jim Rutledge, and if you're like me, you want to look good, feel good, and still enjoy life. That's why I go to Carbon World Health. Whether it's recovery after a long week, boosting energy, or getting your fitness dialed in, Dr. Nestor Rodriguez and his team have you covered. And now, they've got a new med spa in Sun Prairie that has everything you need to look as good as you feel. Carbon World Health isn't just a gym, it's a total wellness experience. Visit carbonworldhealth.com to learn more.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
The investigation continues. We need Lenny Briscoe on the case. But I think we've found that at some point you have 2 numbers for Homer. And he had that other number at some point as well. So we'll continue to try and figure that out. Matt?
And in fairness, I don't know which one I text because it just says Homer. And he's got 2 numbers on the thread that I text him. So.
I can tell you which one you should keep, and then you could delete that other one out of there?
No, I'm going to keep both. I think this is kind of fun.
He's got a new pen pal now he wants to stay in touch with.
Well, no, that pen pal blocked him, so he doesn't really have a pen pal.
So that actually should help me in my correspondence with Homer, if that number.
Well, I don't know. When you send a text to someone who blocked you, does it bounce back to you, or you just...
I believe, it tells you your...
Or they just don't get it. Yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll work on that. I don't think we're going to need any sort of legal advice on this, but if we did, or if this person came after us and we were somehow injured in an accident, we would make the call to David Gruber. One call, That's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Go to the website, gruber-law.com, to find out more about all the great stuff David does in our community. And, of course, the one call, that's all promise. Gruber Law Offices, one call, that's all. We get to the 11 o'clock hour in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Hi, this is former Badger Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison. Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. The Green Bay Packers back to practice up in Titletown as they get set to head west for a potential Super Bowl preview on Sunday, visiting the Denver Broncos. Kickoff is set for 3:25. The Packers are listed as 2.5-point favorites for Sunday's game. Quarterback Jordan Love appearing yesterday on the Pat McAfee Show, talking about the offense heating up here toward the end of the season.
Man, we got a squad. I think that's been something that we've been building, and the past 2 years we've kind of been stacking this thing and kept getting better and better. But we've added some pieces to our squad, and it's all about, like we mentioned, just finding ways to play our best ball. We've had some games where we've not played to our standard, and then I think this past couple of weeks we've been just elevating.
Plenty more to get you set for Sunday's game. Continuing on Wilde and Tausch next on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. College basketball tonight, Wisconsin at 23rd ranked Nebraska. Tip time set for 8 o'clock.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Where's My Christmas Tree? Another classic. Right up there with White Christmas and chestnuts roasting on an open fire. The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Matt LaFleur is at the podium discussing the Denver Broncos and a factoid that I did not know. Of their 11 wins this season, the Broncos have come from behind in the fourth quarter 9 times per Matt LaFleur stats and information. Tosh, what does that tell you about the Denver Broncos?
Cardiac kids, know how to win. Nothing gets, they don't get rattled. But that's what it tells me. I think Sean Payton, obviously a veteran coach, goes over situational football. They also blew a game late with a leverage penalty early in the season that they should not have. So it tells you that they're not a juggernaut. They're not running people out of gyms. They're having to scrap, and that tells me this is going to be a tight football game on Sunday. And the Broncos feel really good about tight football games, and that's playoff football. And this will be, it's not a playoff game. But for Green Bay and for Denver, I think Denver's chasing the 1 seed. Green Bay's chasing the 1 seed.
Right.
You can't afford to lose any of these type of games if that's what your ultimate goal is. And as I've said, I think on both sides of this, just because you get the 1 seed doesn't mean you're going to go to the Super Bowl. We've seen that movie before.
Most
but
important
this
one,
year, with the level of parity that this playoff picture is going to have, any advantage that you can get, and there's no bigger advantage than not having to play and advance without that. That is a huge, huge advantage, and both of these teams are fighting for that on Sunday.
Where do we stand on Sean Payton?
Good coach. Does a really good coach. I think because he's really media savvy and he was on Fox and he's done that, I think he gets elevated. Ahead of a Mike McCarthy, whose resumes are eerily similar.
Right.
But that's the world we live in. Perception becomes reality in a lot of cases, and both had Hall of Fame quarterbacks, both have a championship. But I think Sean Payton is looked at as more innovative and new-aged than Mike. And I believe a lot of that is the media part of it, but also size. I think that's part of it, too.
It's time for trivia. We did double trivia yesterday, which was fun. We enjoyed it. Usually we try to do that with our geography, but we'll only have one contestant today. Jesse, what caller would you like? I'm taking it out of old boy's hands. He's already had it taken away from him once by Bryan Bulaga.
I'm just the Iron Jock guy. I'm just doing Iron Jock. I'm not doing
Wilde and Tausch trivia is presented by Cousin Subs and Iron
No,
Jock.
I understand, but I'm talking about the tumbler that we're giving away.
That's understood, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for
clarifying. It didn't sound like you understood that.
Well, we're playing all the holiday tunes, royalty-free by your request today. Christmas Day is December 25th. How about caller 25 for trivia?
Love it. Look at you. What initiative from old boy. Caller 25, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. While you're dialing, Tausch will be telling you about Prize Picks.
Prize Picks. It's the best time of the year for the holiday season. Bowl games, as long as people aren't opting out of them. Basketball matchups, playoff pushes. Oh, baby, and the best place to be is on Prize Picks, the simplest way to play daily fantasy sports. Make your player picks in less than 60 seconds. Choose more or less on at least 2 player stats, and you get them right. Cash in. And new this season, you have early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you might be able to cash out before the game even ends. And with stacks, you can pick the same player up to 3 times in one lineup. Steph Curry, Giannis. If you want to go, what was the quarterback's name? McCarthy. Pick. You got all of it. You can do it on Prize Picks. And deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI and you get $50 in lineups after you play that first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI for $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks.
It's good
to be right.
To be right. Okay.
Yeah.
Threw me off there. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Looking for a delicious meal without breaking the bank? Cousin Subs has you covered. Our $10 meal deal gives you a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub piled high with fresh hand-sliced ingredients, crisp veggies, and all your favorite toppings. Add a bag of chips or regular fries, a fountain drink, and a cookie, all for just $10. This deal's available online or through the Cousins app only. And you can enjoy your meal at home, at work, or delivered straight to your door, hot and fresh. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available at participating locations. Offer subject to change.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and Southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
The holidays are here, and no better way to elevate your cocktail experience than with Door County Distillery. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits. Made locally in beautiful Door County. Whatever you've got going on this holiday season, elevate it with Door County Distillery. Check out their website for a huge list of unique cocktail recipes, festive recipes for your cocktail game. That's their website, doorcountydistillery.com, doorcountydistillery.com to find the retailer nearest you.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
And not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
This is what I envision it sounding like at Old County Stadium if they played Christmas music on the organ as someone came up to bat. Love it. Let's play some trivia presented by Iron Jock and Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Purchase $30 worth of Cousin Subs gift cards this month and receive a certificate for a 7.5-inch sub. And by Iron Jock, performance apparel that actually performs. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let's welcome in today's contestant. It is Kurt in Monroe. Kurt, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Great show, guys.
Thank you. Do you know Jeff in Monroe, or is Monroe too big for you to know each other?
I might know him if they could tell me his last name, but
I'll send that to you from Tausch's phone.
I've heard
Homer's
him on
got
your
a
show.
bat line that he can send over to.
Yeah, we'll have Homer pass that along. Just give us your number.
Take his coat off. Stay a while.
He'll text you. All right. The category is Wisconsin Geography Wednesday Trivia. Kurt, question numero uno is this. The Great River Road traverses through 33 historic towns and villages along 250 miles of which of the following rivers? Is it the Mississippi River, the Wolf River, or the Crimea River? Crimea River, get it?
That'd be the Mississippi.
It would be the Mississippi. I had not heard of the Great River Road. Jesse, were you driving on it recently?
Well, this is probably the time to tell you I did not make these questions this week. Up North Joe makes a return appearance, providing the questions for this week, because I've been working hard getting ready for my hour and 50-minute pregame show on Friday.
Or 20-minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, one or the other. All right, Kurt, question 2 from Up North Joe's Trivia. Which of these highways is not part of the Door County Coastal Byway, which was granted National Scenic Byway status in 2021? And congratulations to the Door County Coastal Byway for that incredible honor.
Belated.
Okay, which of these highways is not part of that? Is it Highway 42 that is not part of it? Is it Highway 57 that is not part of it? Or is it Highway 12 that is not part of it?
Highway 12.
You are correct. Very smart answer. Well done. All right, question 3. The design of the new Nature and Culture Museum of Wisconsin in Milwaukee is inspired by which of the following state parks located in western Wisconsin near Camp Douglas? That was a mouthful. I didn't know about the Nature and Culture Museum of Wisconsin in Milwaukee. I'll have to check that out.
Replacing the old public museum. This is the new one. Yeah.
I didn't know that's what they were calling it. So which of these state parks inspired the design? Is it Devil's Lake State Park, Mill Bluff State Park, or Perrott State Park?
I'm going to go with Mill Bluff.
You think that's a good decision, Tausch?
Yeah.
Dynamite drop in, Monty. Indeed. You are correct, Kurt. A perfect day.
I think Kurt feels like he could be part of the flock with Tyler and Jesse. He's so confident. He is very quick with his answers.
He knows his geography. Kurt, how many?
I think you should think about recruiting him. Jesse, get him an NIL package put together and
I'd
see if
love
you
to
can't
be
bring
on the
him to
show.
the Geese.
There you go. All right, so Kurt, how many times have you played trivia, would you estimate?
Yeah, he's good.
How many times?
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
I was going to say 3 or 4.
He's a bracket guy.
Yeah.
His CFP ranking is going way up. He's in the mix.
Oh, he's the James Madison of our bracket.
He's a newcomer on the scene. A couple months ago, started listening to the show. Well, I'll say this. You have every right to be confident in how you answer your questions, because on geography, you were right on the money. You got all 3 right. That means you got 4 entries into our drawing on Friday, and potentially at Tausch's behest, start working on writing some questions, apparently, because we'll have you back as our guest questioner.
Oh, no. He can do that, too. I'm saying Jesse and Tyler, when they go to their Golden Geese trivia contest, bringing him on board. Yeah.
Kurt, would you say you're a good trivia player overall, or just in Wisconsin geography?
I'm pretty decent on sports and music.
There you go, Jesse.
We got those covered. We need a science guy. We're not good at science.
Bill Nye.
Yeah, we need a Bill Nye with us.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Good one.
Kurt,
Although,
okay, sorry.
No. Say goodbye to Kurt. Then I got to share something with you.
Kurt, thanks for playing. We appreciate you, buddy.
All right, thanks, guys.
So there's a big development happening in the Jesse and Tier 1 Tyler friendship.
Uh-oh. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you gone your separate ways?
You're the godfather, aren't you?
He's been released?
No.
Waived?
He's moving further away.
What?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
About a month away. He's going to be moving.
Where's he moving to?
Tier 1?
What's the exact address?
He's moving from his address that's the same as the one on the other side of the street in town. He lives in Cottage Grove right now, but he's going to be moving down further southeast Wisconsin toward the Oconomowoc region, Lake Country. So it's going to make.
How do you feel like that's going to affect your friendship?
That's going to be a tough one because he's going to be closer to some of our other friends that we went to high school with.
So you may not be tier 1 anymore.
Yeah, I may be in. There's a lot of things going on with tier 1 Tyler that.
What are the chances you and Becca end up moving down there and then start carpooling with Ashton?
There you go.
You and Ashton.
Not great, only because Stacy Bruner and the great team at Bruner Realty found us this amazing house that we have in Sun Prairie. We have no intentions of leaving it anytime soon because of the great process we went through with Stacy and the team at Bruner Realty.
Yeah.
What about Iric?
Iric was awesome, too, for financing the home. He was fantastic, and we enjoyed working with him as well to make sure we had all the I's dotted, T's crossed.
So
yeah.
I'll ask the question that Jason wants to ask but doesn't have the courage to ask. How does this affect our bubbler sourcing with Tyler moving to
should have no impact on the bubbler situation.
Well, Tyler, congratulations on your new house. I hope you used Stacy and Iric and the whole team, and you had a great time, and we'll still expect all the bubbler.
Congratulations. As long as you're still hooking us up, that's all we really care about.
Oh, boy.
Wonelli is next with demoted Tier 2 Jesse. So stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Hear that creaking? That's not the cold Madison wind or your holiday decorations. It's your joints reminding you the year's almost over. At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, you can use your end-of-year health benefits before they disappear. From an achy back and stiff hips to those knees that aren't bending like they used to, they've got you covered with same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Head to their location just off the Beltline whenever you need. Don't wait, your benefits won't roll over, but you can roll right into Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin today.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
We love the Packers. We bleed green and gold. And every time our team takes the field, well, it's pure football bliss. If only there was a way to experience that blissful winning feeling every day. At Associated Bank, we've got you. With 10% off Lambeau concessions and 15% off Pro Shop merch. All when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank. It's how Packers fans keep winning on game day and every day. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now, at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Looking to buy your next home or ready to sell and move on to bigger and better things? What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Don't be left out in the cold this season. Let's get housed. Nobody knows what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get started. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Score the top gifts for the Brewers fan in your life this holiday season. Set them up for an epic 2026 season with the all-new Brewers Holiday Bundle, featuring 4 ticket vouchers, loaded value concession credits, and an exclusive Brewers Holiday ornament, starting at just $99. Finish shopping for even the youngest Brewers fans with the 2026 Kids Crew Kit, including one-of-a-kind Brewers merch, 6 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and more, all for just $35. Grab every Brewers Holiday gift today at Brewers.com.
We're on Badgers Volleyball.
Wisconsin goes Egan deep cross court.
Because we're on the postseason run.
Middle, and Carter Booth finishes.
Hear every Wisconsin match in the women's volleyball tournament on 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home for UW Volleyball.
It's almost like Charlie Brown, but without the royalties. We will get to Whoa Nelly in a second. But first, want to remind you we're almost out of time. So if you've been hemming and hawing, like some of us on the panel might do, on a question about doing your jingle for your Kringle, now's the time. We've only got 4 days left before the deadline. We would love for you to enter. JingleForYourKringle.com. It's the website. That'll redirect you to where you can put your entry in. All you got to do with Racine Danish Kringles in ESPN Wisconsin is sing your little ditty, your little Kringle jingle for the holidays. 2 rules. That's all we got is 2. Very simple. 60 seconds or less. Include the phrase, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition, in your jingle. That's it. That's all you got to do. If you do that, you'll be eligible to win, and if your jingle is selected, you win Kringle for a year. Like the Kringle of the Month Club from Racine Danish Kringles. And if you want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringle, but you don't want to sing, I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's worth it. You should try it. But if you don't, just go to Kringle.com or call 800-4DANISH, and you can order the Peppermint Brownie Kringle, which is their new flavor for the holidays. I think we're going to open ours up today, so I'm looking forward to trying that. I'm also looking forward to Whoa Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa Nelly
on Wilde and Tausch.
It's a busy time on the sports calendar with obviously all the football postseason pushes going on, college pro, NBA, Cup, college basketball, conference game tonight for Wisconsin on the road at Nebraska, 23rd ranked Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska's won a bunch in a row.
They're good. Bradley transfer, Rink Mast. Good player. Baseball's winter meetings are also taking place right now.
I saw this. I know exactly where you're
When's
going.
Pablo's birthday?
May. And this has, all this is Pat Murphy. This is one of the top articles on ESPN.com. Pat Murphy, reigning NL Manager of the Year 2 years in a row, has won it every year that Craig Counsell's left the Milwaukee Brewers. Not optimistic, it sounds, that Freddie Peralta will be back with the Milwaukee Brewers for the coming season. He's due to be a wealthy man, have a lot of acreage if he wants it, maybe beachfront acreage, wherever he wants it, in multiple islands, says Pat Murphy. And then asked about roster building, I love being part of his career. I've seen every pitch he's made in the big leagues. It's personal to me, and I love the man, and I hope he's a Brewer. And then he's asked also about players moving on and how difficult the job is.
He's getting traded.
And then he said about the front office, quote, I think they know what they're doing. My role is to take whatever guys we have. I hope Freddie is one of them. 29 years old, Freddie Peralta finished 5th in the Cy Young voting last year, but was not very good in a clutch must-win game in the postseason.
Well, you just
and hasn't been for most of his starts in the postseason.
Is there a question here?
We all agree, Freddie. Are we all in agreement Freddie Peralta is likely not going to be a Milwaukee Brewer in 2026?
What? I would think that we should start the season with him, and you could still... Now, if you get a haul of hauls, got to make the move, right? What Pat's saying there is, yeah, we can't pay him what he deserves and what he's earned, and he is at that point in his life he needs to cash in. So, good on you. But if you don't get what you want, let's make another run at this thing. Let's make another push, and if the season's starting to get sideways or it's going awesome, if it's going awesome, you roll with it. If it's not, you could trade him and still get some nice prospects coming back. But it's going to be a tough look. Even though I think Brewer fans understand kind of the scenario we're in, he's been such a war horse for this team. And if you trade him, I think you're sending signals that, hey, we're going to still compete, but our war horse is gone, and I think the expectations of what this team could be would drop if indeed that happens.
Yeah, this sounded like it's not goodbye yet, but it's probably going to be goodbye, so I'm going to say the nice things that I would say if he was going goodbye right now, just so it's out there. And, boy, I hope it doesn't happen, but it's probably going to happen. That's how I read this. Interesting story. It was by the Associated Press on ESPN.com. It's interesting. I did not expect that news to come out the way it did, so, but it's probably likely. Next.
Whoa, Nelly!
Tausch, you described the NBA Cup quarterfinals as that sweet, sweet action yesterday. Did you get a chance to watch the Orlando Magic and Miami Heat or the Toronto Raptors and New York Knicks on Amazon Prime yesterday?
Or did you miss out on that sweet, sweet action?
I missed out on that. I think I was saying it in jest. Or was I being serious? I don't know. Because when the Bucks were in it, I was intrigued by it.
You were.
But now I literally could give two rips. So that's where I'm at.
Well, do you know who had the biggest night last night in the NBA Cup?
Oklahoma City?
No, the Orlando Magic, led by the star that they acquired during the offseason, Desmond Bane, 37 points for Orlando. The Magic are now on to Las Vegas, where they will meet the New York Knicks.
I don't understand why I like that so much, but I do.
It's fun.
It's good.
Because it's fun.
It's good. You do a really good job, Jesse.
Desmond Bane.
Keep it up.
Could have been a Milwaukee Buck in the draft.
Whoa, Nelly!
Boy, if they had Desmond Bane,
it would have been my favorite player.
Well, not only that, I think the Giannis stuff would be, the tenor of that discussion would be very different.
Did you see what Desmond Bane did the other day? He just chucked a ball at OG Anunoby. No. He just threw a ball at a man laying on the ground out of bounds. He got fined $35,000 at Madison Square Garden.
Why did he get fined for doing that? He was trying to save the ball, right? It wasn't...
Yeah, I mean, it was egregious. Like, he was throwing it off of him like it was going out of bounds. The ball was going out of bounds anyway. He just picks it up and just chucks it at him for, like, no reason.
Was that wrong? Should he not have done that?
That sounds soft. That sounds soft. I mean, do you remember when Anthony Mason used to throw punches at people? And I don't know how much he got fined, but that sounds... I don't think that in 1994, with the heyday of the New York squad, I don't think that would have been that big a deal.
R.I.P. Anthony Mason, right? We lost him a few years ago?
I don't know for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
I better fact.
I think you're right.
Patrick Ewing, Starksy, Rolando Blackman. What a team.
Wow. He's been gone a long time. He died in 2015.
Oh,
Who,
wow.
Anthony?
Anthony Mason. Covered him when he was with the Bucks.
I like to model my game after Patrick Ewing and Anthony Mason.
Oh, interesting.
I thought you were
forward, like that
Jokic.
squad. Well, that's who it is now. Jesse, Jokic wasn't around when I was a kid modeling my game.
Oh, sorry. I
What are you
wasn't sure.
talking about?
I wasn't sure if you were talking modern day or back in the day. Sorry.
Modern day,
sure.
Jokic would be he'd be my
You're very Jokic-y.
sure.
Yeah. You're about as Jokic-y as. And he plays in Denver, which is very nearby Coors and your Coors Light. Perfect fit for your game.
Really good fit, and whether you're watching a Bucks-Nuggets game, a Packers-Broncos game, is there any other correlations that we got? Rockies-Brewers? Whatever it is, and you want to just sit back, enjoy a great sporting event, and chill, crack open that Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light brewed with that 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered. And it is cold packaged. And you know what? It's refreshingly cold and only 102 calories. Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Planning a corporate event, private party, or team outing? Madison Axe is your state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Whoa, you nailed it! Featuring 8 lanes of axe throwing, craft beer, and interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard. 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Book your corporate event or holiday party now, before their lanes fill up. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. A slew of volleyball Badgers receiving ABCA North Region honors earlier in the week. For the second time in her career, Mimi Collier named the ABCA Player of the Year. Collier joined by Carter Booth as a 4-time All-Region recipient. 3 more Badgers receiving first-team mentions: Grace Egan, Kristen Simon, and Una Vajic. The cherry on top, Kelly Sheffield named the region's Coach of the Year. Wisconsin faces Stanford in third-round action Friday afternoon. Full coverage on 100.5 ESPN Madison and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Saddle up, partner, and get to Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison for the big New Year's Eve roundup. We have High Dice Showdown starting at 4 p.m. with $3,000 up for grabs every half hour. And at 8 p.m., 2 winners will go head-to-head to claim their share of $15,000. Our hot seat drawings start at 9 p.m. with a grand prize winner lassoing a $2,026 cash prize at midnight. We'll be open all night New Year's Eve with a live band, free photo booth, and more, so hightail it over to
Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
To help those who want to be helped, but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of
Charleston.
We are now joined by the executive director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
We're on the Badgers.
There's no clarity. The clarity would come if Luke Fickell took another job.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
I have no idea what direction is going in. I have no faith in what direction it's going in.
This is 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is another recognizable song. We're making progress. Good work, Jesse. DJ Jazzy Jesse with his royalty-free tunes. One tidbit from Matt LaFleur. Must not have been very newsy today because none of my beat writer colleagues tweeted out much of anything other than Lucas Van Ness is going to practice. Had the foot injury, missed 5 games, came back, played 6 snaps, and then was sidelined again for the last couple of games. Tausch, what can he do for you if you're the Packers?
Well, he can add a little spark in the pass rush. I think with Devontae Wyatt being out, that's going to be something, especially you put him on the inside. He obviously can play on the outside. I'm cautious with this because the foot and the fact that he re-aggravated something, you'd never want to see that because then psychologically you might be a little more tepid than maybe you were. So hopefully he can kind of get over that part of this and not just kind of look at this season as, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get out there and be healthy and be a contributor to what you hope is going to be a long playoff push.
We will do it again tomorrow. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Thanks to Bryan Bulaga and Uncle Homer as well. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available